Hello everybody and welcome to another Chill Sunday stream. We're back here with Night in the Woods. I hope that everybody's having a lovely evening and is ready for a chill time today. I'm gonna remind everybody to switch over to live chat so you can all see what's happening. And just groove with this music while everybody makes their way in. So last time we finished one more night that we had spent with Faye. And I believe after that we're going to end up doing a choice between investigating with Angus or Greg in the game. And then after that, during our conversation, I want to talk a little bit about why stocks go up, but our wages don't. Hello, Jaguar, and welcome. Lovely to see the kitty in a box as well. Always a good start to a stream. Just going to pop open my thing so I can set up polls. Music might stop for a moment, but I think we'll be okay. Pop out the chat there, pop it on over here, and now I can do the stream thing. There we go. Now I'll be able to set up polls. And we're good. So I'm just gonna give people a few more minutes to make their way in. Also, it decided to switch me back to top chat, so everybody please do double check that you're on live chat so you can all communicate with each other, because I do love when on the Chill Sunday streams you all talk with one another and not just with me. You know, the atmosphere of this intro is so nice after it cuts out of the music, and I feel like from what we've been seeing in the game, it does kind of cover the tone of the game very well. Where you've got this mix of that music that's being played, and you've got the kind of silent atmosphere of the woods in the background and everything like that. It's a nice contrast, but it also is very representative of how the game's gone. Duke, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a lovely and chill Sunday. How's everything? And, oh yeah, I did remember that we had to play that one song at the beginning of stream. I don't remember the title of it, but I'm sure I'll recognize it when I see it. There was one last new one. I think I'm going to give people about another minute to make their way into stream, and then we'll get going. I think that seems reasonable. Alright. let's pop in and see how we're doing with May and everybody. Good as time as any. Actually, give me one sec. I want to change one setting super quick on my end. Okay, it did that. Okay, never mind. There we go. So, let's check out this song. Could play some bass, but which song? We've done that. I think it was TikTok, the one that we haven't played. That terrible Charity Bearity song about telling time. Punched up the lyrics a bit with Greg back in high school. Let's see if I can remember all the words. Okay, that clock popping up was really distracting. Okay, then. I wasn't able to see the lyrics really on that from where I was, but I did not play that very well. It's okay. Jaguar says, it is distracting and the color changes and all that. At least the clocks have a cute dance. Yeah, it's just the clocks popping up look too much like the lines for me. And I think that was a little bit distracting, so. But yeah, I believe that was our last song in the game. Let's check out the computer. Let's see what's going on. Below me, pickaxe at Pickaxe at it me. You know the drill. Hey kid, snack falconing. Work, work, work. Till I die, die, die. Away message. Come pick your fight. Give arrows flight. You mess with me, you mess with all of us. Going to see Blankstones next week. Alright. Make our way out. Jeez, feels like it's been years since I got back and I saw this again. Hey bird, things are like really intense right now. Pray to your bird gods for my soul, bird. Good morning. There's my little sunshine daisy. Are you feeling any better from the other day? Sleeping a lot, but feeling worse? Okay, well, I'm gonna make you an appointment with Dr. Hank. Geez, Mom, it's fine. It is very much not fine, hun. I'm an adult. I can make that decision. When you're here, you're still my baby. And I'm making you an appointment. May, hun, I'm worried about you. I'm okay, Mom. Listen, I keep thinking about the money problems. And the house. And I'm just so sorry. We wouldn't be in this situation if I wasn't such a massive screw-up. I just want to fall into a pit and die right now. May, it's okay, really. We'll figure something out. This isn't on you to fix. I'm sorry if I made it seem that way. What's done is done, and we're a family together regardless. Please stop worrying about it. Whatever happens, I love you. I need you to know that. You too. Okay, I'm gonna go. You sure you don't want to stay and rest? No, I got stuff to do. What is it you have to do? I don't even know, honestly. Oh, hun. Please take it easy. I will. Love you. Love you too. I keep the really good prescription headache meds on my nightstand. I can, like, give you half of one. Only half? Honey, you're, short? Half would be fine. It's fine, Mom. Okay, let me know if I can be any help. Thanks. Alrighty. Let's see what the town has to offer us today. Why does May give her mom that facial expression? Does she always do that? Yeah, she kind of always does. I think there's a level of... I don't know how to accept this affection. That's the impression I've gotten, Jaguar, but I'm not really sure entirely. The problem with farms is the amount of poop. Like, even if you don't have animals, you actually buy poop or something and shovel it all over the place. It's madness. It's poop madness. That's called fertilizer, and it's very good for the soil. Weird the town ends like, bam, right here. There's like a line somewhere that no one can see, but you can put it on a map. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with boundaries and borders like that. They don't really make all that much sense and they just arbitrarily end. Duke says May speaking some deep doo-doo truths. True. Very true. May, get down from those power lines. Oh god. What do you want? Hello to you too, May. Well, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a chill and lovely Sunday and hope all is well. How are you doing today? I wanted to let you know we ran a test on that arm you guys found a few days back. Oh, really? Yeah, I thought you'd be interested in, is all. Definitely. Arm belonged to a middle-aged man of medium build, and he was dead when it was removed. Whoa, that means... It doesn't mean anything yet. I just thought you'd like to know. You always liked detective stories when you were a kid. Okay, yeah, thanks. This ghost is seriously messed up. Ghost? Wasn't no ghost involved in whatever did this. Yeah, nobody believes me, I get it. Be careful, May. Strange stuff is going on. Yeah, you're telling me. Have a nice evening, May. Okay, I'm totally gonna go back on the power lines, though, because how else then am I going to get on the rooftops? Jaguar says, I wonder what would make it difficult for her to accept her mother's affection, especially since it doesn't seem like the home's a bad environment. I think there's a lot of expectations that May has on herself from the way that her parents interacted with her and have treated her from before the game. There's the expectation that she was supposed to go to college, the expectation that she's supposed to get a job, the expectation that she's supposed to live a pretty much pre-written life. And in a lot of ways, she's broken that because of a lot of different factors. The incident that she had with the baseball bat, where she clearly hurt someone, going to college and then dropping out. I think there's a lot of her trying to process her parents' affection in terms of her own disappointment and her own expectations of herself. At least that would be my understanding and guess of it all. Hey, Selmers. Geez, May, are you sick? Nah, just tired. Got a headache. Why are you running around? I'll get over it. Yeesh. Take it easy, neighbor. Can do. Want to hear a new poem? Yeah? The stars, like lights on cars. Drive across the dark and never park. It's true, they are like that. I got one ready for longest night. Oh? Longest night, night so dark, but stars so bright. Thanks, I'm feeling pretty festive. Getting cold earlier this year. Don't bode well. Bill says, thanks, driving home about 5 hours left. Oof. That is a long, long drive, but I'm glad you could stop by and check out the stream. And at the very least, listen in. Jaguar says, that makes sense about May. Oh, I'm glad it made some sort of sense. Because in some level, you know, I'm trying to just kind of figure it out as we're going as well. Yeah, definitely safe travels, ill, as Jaguar mentioned. Will tunnelfish be always there? Will tunnel drain canal be there? I would miss the tunnelfish. To have them back would be my wish. Are they gonna drain the tunnel or something? No, it's poetry, okay? I'm just making stuff up. Please don't listen. Too late. I want to find out more about Grandpa. Grandpa sounds like a radical. Well, that's it. Shipping out tomorrow. Can't believe you actually landed the new job. Yep, moving on to better things. The kids excited? Oh yeah, they'll love it. Might take a while. Heh. Well, yep. Yep. Maybe just one more, huh? Yeah, one more. Go Smelters. Yep. Relocating for a job is never easy. Especially when you got a family involved, that means, like, everybody's uprooted for a job. For that one thing, you know? The whole family way of life is just completely changed. Your family, your neighbors, the people you interact with, the school you go to, the friends you've made, everything. It's just uprooted strictly for economic survival. It's not always easy, especially at that stage of life. Oh, the two musicians are playing together. Hey. Hey. Hello. You guys gonna play together? Yeah. Thanks for making this happen, kid. Wow. Huh. What? I just realized that, like, I did something helpful. Like, I came up with a plan and I did something good. Is that strange? I feel like I just stumble into things all the time. Introducing you to is like, I meant to help out two strangers and I did. And now you're gonna play together. And fall in love. What? No. I'm in a long-term monogamous relationship. I'm not in the market. And my son takes up most of my attention. Oh, did I make it weird? You made it weird. Very weird. Damn it. Yeah, May, you totally made that weird. But I'm glad to see the two musicians got together at the very least to go play. Is this where our rat babies were? I'm gonna check again, even though I don't. No, this is where the newspaper person was. I always mess that up. What's in the news? Birds flying south early this year. Oh, we've got climate change. They know something we don't. There's something... I don't know how to explain it, but the fact that this person is being shown off through being like a bird in this anthropomorphized world, and they're saying that the birds are flying south for the winter early and know something that we don't. Almost like he's ignoring his own instinct. I don't know. Something about that just hit me in a weird way. I don't know if that's just me. Jaguar says it's nice the musicians are playing together. Yeah. Not enough live music. Not enough live music at all, ever. Oh, here's Angus. Or Angus, yeah. So I said I could, like, take you up to the park. You did indeed. I'm so tired. You gonna be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. You up for this park trip? Not yet. Let's see what Bay is up to. What about that other kid on the roof, too? I gotta check on... Let me check them out first. Oh, and the church. I've kind of liked the fact that they've introduced you to more parts of the town through each section of the game, that it hasn't been like, oh, you just have the whole town open to you, where it's kind of felt like you had a chance to explore it yourself, even though May technically should already have full familiarity with the town, but by having certain roads cut off or certain areas like closed down, you get to explore it in small chunks and it doesn't feel like this overwhelming thing. See, you can't resist coming here. That's God calling you. Oh geez, I'm betting not. God's patient, hun, like nature. That is such a creepy statement. I find it comforting. I got this creeping dread thing going on, so just ignore me. Okay, hun, can I do anything? Not really. Love you. What is it? I don't know. Purposefully committing this scene to memory. Taking a brain photo? Yeah, like when I was a kid. Your dad was great with the games to keep you quiet in the car. He sure was. I still do it now. Got your picture. Snap, snap. Got yours too. Love you, sweetie. You too, Mom. I'm so worn out. So why don't you go take a nap in the library room? Oh wow, I haven't been in the library room in years. Doesn't get used a lot these days, but it's nice and quiet and peaceful. Okay, I might do that. Doors back there's unlocked now, so have at it. I'll be out here. Thanks, Mom. No problem, sweetie. Like this is an area we have not had access to the entire game. So it still feels worthwhile also to explore a lot of these areas. Oh. Aw. Is that Grandpa Ghost? I'm just gonna leave it for a second to see if anything happens. That would have made a hell of a thumbnail, too. That was a really sweet moment. Yeah, Duke, I'm definitely with you when you say this game is really well designed. Like, adding that room in just for that payoff there, adding the rat babies, for example, like it makes you want to come back to these areas every day. And if there's anything that I feel like this game is doing for me, at least, I don't know, it's reminding me kind of the importance of the small things, in a lot of ways. Where it's like, at the end of the day, we're interacting with our neighbors, we have all these little spaces in our own little towns and locations and wherever we are. There's likely something to find pretty much everywhere. And sometimes there isn't, and that's okay too. I don't know. We got statues of stern dudes for miles here in Possum Springs. Like, our communities are kind of where we've got the most power, the most ability to affect change as well. Wonder where Bruce has got to. Actually, I know. Really? Yeah, he told me not to tell you yesterday. Tell me what, May? Bruce is going home. He what? Yeah, he's going home to his kids. I guess they're all waiting for him? Oh. He seemed pretty happy about it. Okay. Thanks, May. Are you not happy about this? Thanks for letting me know. I don't think Bruce was going home to his kids in a literal sense. Actually, that's kind of sad. You know, the fact that such a game also got designed when some of the background and history of this game is a little bit muddled. I haven't really talked about that, but one of the creators of the game got charged with being pretty terrible to the other peoples who created this game. And I don't know the full details, and I really don't want to elaborate too much on it because I wasn't on those development teams or anything like that, and I don't know the full stories. But the people who did ended up putting the majority of work and effort into this game did a fantastic job on it. Hey, what do we got? You okay? Yeah, I'm like only here half here right now. I'm just tired. Are you sick or something? I don't even know anymore. You should get some cold medicine and some crackers and ginger ale. What is... Everybody has noticed that May is going through something right now. And have asked her if she's sick and asked her if something's wrong. And I'm getting the impression that something, in terms of that exhaustion she keeps mentioning, keeps popping up. And it might even be a form of burnout that she's experiencing. That'd be my guess. And lay in bed and watch bad movies. Thanks for the advice, Doc. Don't mention it. May, you okay? May? Sorry, I spaced out there for a sec. You should, see a doctor. I'll get around to it, thanks. No problem. Alright, well, I'll probably see you later. Probably? Nothing's certain, I guess. Okay, see ya. Yeah, she's going through a thing. I don't know if the number of rats that are around here increased because of what I did, or if that's always been like that, but there's a lot of rats in this area outside that window. Let's finish checking the back part of town, then we'll stop in to see Bay, and then I guess stop in to see Greg as well, and then figure out which one of them we're hanging out today with. think we're almost good with the town. Let's see if there's anything else up on top of the snack falcon. Nothing in this direction. That might be it. Alright then, let's stop in to see Greg since we're right here. Hey man. Hey. How you holding up? Got a splitting headache. Feel like I barely slept, even though I've slept a lot. Geez, you okay? I don't know. Can I do anything? Wake me up somehow? Hey, whoa. Wake up! Okay, yeah, I'm awake now. So what are you up to today? We have the option to go to the Historical Society. Greg? And then if we head over to Bay... Whoa. Whoa. Dude, are you okay? Yeah, I guess sure. Tired, had a headache for days. You should, like, go home and rest. I feel like you'd be able to veg out pretty well. No, I'm fine. Doing stuff helps. How are you feeling about the whole ghost thing? Sorry, ghost. Thanks. And I feel bad. I mean, since it happened, I don't feel rested in the morning, and I feel like someone else is in my head, and my skull's going to explode. So yeah, not good then. Nope. So, does not look like we can hang out with Bay today. Looks like we have the option of Angus or Greg. So, I am gonna throw that out to all of you. Do we investigate the ghost? Do we go to the park with Angus? Or do we go to the Historical Society with Greg? Throwing that out to you all. Hopefully that that works. Now, we haven't really hung out with Angus all that much, so I am personally leaning in that direction, but we'll throw it out and see what we all pick. Jaguar says, Angus, Greg showed his true colors already. Yeah, I crossed the line in having cans and bottles thrown at my head. I think the line should really be before that, but, you know. Alright, we've got 3 votes in. I'm not sure how many people have been watching, because the viewership has been all over the place. I've seen it jump down to like 1 and up to like 7. Like literally within a second for each other, so I don't know what's going on. Jaguar says, I think those are good boundaries. Yeah, nobody throws bottles at my head and stays friends with me. I'm gonna end the poll. Let's see what we got. That's 100% with Angus. Also, that was supposed to say park, but I think you all got that. I would have liked to have seen the Historical Society, but not with Greg. I feel like Bay would have been better to go to the Historical Society with, too. So I said I could, like, take you up to the park. You did indeed. I'm so tired. You gonna be okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. You up for this park trip? You gave me a can? Giving me a can is not the same as throwing it at my head. I accept the can. We never get to hang out. Ghost hunting with Angus. So you think the guy you saw was a ghost? Not a guy, a ghost. Right. Why does no one believe that it was a ghost? Well, I mean, ghosts don't actually exist. And yet, Grandpa literally just walked over to our couch. In the library. I'm pretty sure they do. Well, I'd need evidence. What counts? A ghost walking up and saying hello. And me saying, hey, I verified you are a dead person. Could be a zombie or a Frankenstein. Or maybe if they're made of ghosty stuff. Ghosty Stuff can be our podcast. About ghosts. This episode of Ghosty Stuff brought to you by the Donut Wolf. Welcome to Ghosty Stuff. I'm May and I saw a ghost, and this is Angus who doesn't believe me. I'm Angus, this is May. She's a crazy person. That's not fair, Angus. Hello, TB16. Welcome. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a chill experience. And, hope all is well. Yeah, it's alright. My mom used to take us up here and play frisbee. I got hit in the teeth with a frisbee once at full speed. Jeez. Casey and me were throwing things at each other's head. Oh. We stopped after the frisbee. Isn't Casey the kid that's been missing? Posted. Do not feed or touch the wildlife. I don't know. You can't go into the woods like socialize with the woods. TB says, good, just exhausted. Sorry to hear that you're exhausted. Hopefully you can get some nice rest, and hopefully you can stick around and this will be a chill experience for you to relax to. There's some folks living in the cabins up here. You can feed and touch them if you want. It's a weird old place up here. There's all kind of weird stuff back up in the park. Old stuff just hanging out in the woods. We'll hit my old scout camp up on the way, I think. Busy woods. Okay, better get going before it's dark. Hanging out with Angus. Jaguar has posted a donut. Which way you going, Angus? You alright? Yeah, I got asthma is all. Sorry. You get away from me. Do you have an inhaler? Yeah, but I saved that for emergencies. Being slow isn't an emergency. That's a really good line. Oh, some tea for TV16 from Jaguar. Y'all are so wholesome. What is this thing? This is like a lime kiln, I think? Kiln? Like a furnace. Oh, furnace for what? Limestone. You like do something with it in there and it becomes this other thing. Oh. Limestone's weird because it's mostly made of skeletons and sea creatures from millions of years ago. So like, this was all underwater or something at one point. No way. I mean, rocks don't lie. Like right where we're standing, they were like ancient horrible sea monsters. Creepy and awesome. That's history. Okay, I'm ready to go. Up the hill we go. Need to take a break? I'm okay. No problem. So if this place was underwater, where'd the water go? I don't know, to the ocean, I guess? And like the Earth's always shifting, so mountains get all pushed up where it used to be just flat ground. Weird because things are so boring nowadays. To think like all that crazy stuff was going on here. There's still a lot of strange, fantastic things happening. There's always more weird stuff that happens to find out about later. Okay, I'm ready to go. Cool. You sure you're okay? Yeah. Sorry. Seriously, it's fine. Hang for a minute. Okay. I should know all this stuff about, like, ancient sea creature, rock, or whatever. Lime. Stone. I was gonna take a class on dinosaurs back at school. What happened? It was all full up. That class fills up fast. I bet. Dinosaurs are like the most interesting animals. You knew they had feathers? Or some of them? I know, right? Big freaky chickens. They were so scary and cool back then. We'd die in like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, ancient creatures would eat us no problem. Be glad for the millions of years between us. Weird. Time, dude. Time makes most dangerous things less dangerous. Most things, at least. Okay, you ready to roll? Yeah, we're almost to the top. Yeah, the Earth's atmosphere was kind of a lot different back then. And it ended up leading to all sorts of creatures in massive proportions. Well, that was a hike. That was a lot easier when I was 11. We passed, what, 3 gates on the way here? I lost count. Weird, used to be open back then. Ready to go? Not far now, just up ahead. Graves, huh? Yeah, these were... I forget. They were involved in the Possum Massacre. That, like, labor strike thing? Where it was like the miners versus National Guard? It happened back in town like 100 years ago. Why are they up here? I think these were some of the bad guys. And some of the miners. Didn't want them buried in town. Uh-huh. There's like a few old graveyards up here from like colonial times. I guess there's one up here somewhere too. Well, that's spooky. Just bones. Ancient shark bones. You see? Nothing left to be scary. Wow, we're really high up. And really far out. I can't see town from here. It's south of us, behind whatever ridge that is. So what are we just supposed to wait here and see if anything happens? You tell me, you're the expert. I guess we'll just wait here and see if anything happens. Nice night. Yeah. Back at school I couldn't see as many stars. That always made me sad. Oh yeah, they're really nice up here. I wish I knew the constellations like you did. What? You know all the names and stories and stuff. I wish I can never remember them other than... I think that one up there is a bell or something. No. Remember that time we were at the longest night bonfire? And we spotted the constellations together and he told us all about them? That's not a thing that happened. Oh wow, maybe it was like a dream or something. God, I barely remember now. I wonder what fate constellations and stories you dreamed up. Okay, humor me. I'll find the constellations, you tell me about them. Okay then. Alright, find some constellations. Wait, are these gonna be real ones or fake ones? Just ones I remember, or dreamed that one time. Whichever. Remember Mr. Chazakov? Yeah, science teacher. He lives in Underhill and has a telescope on his roof, and I totally saw some stars through it. That's cool. Telescopes are cool. Wish I had a telescope. Okay, let's see. Am I just connecting stars? Well, this looks like it's the Dipper. Well, am I connecting too many or something? The music is really pretty. You're 100% right on that, Jaguar. Okay, that's a bell. And the middle is an eye. Is this eye looking at you? Okay, that's I know this one a little from, like, prog rock album covers. I think you die when it rings when it's looking at you. Well, crap. It's high enough that it's kind of always looking at all of us, right? TB says, I love the minigames in this. They're so imaginative and unique. They really are, and honestly, it's really refreshing to see a game that is willing to experiment and look into these type of minigames that tell stories in and of themselves. I think that's a fantastic way to design something like this, where it somehow manages to feel very wholesome and good, but not in a way that feels boring. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like you said, it's just imaginative and unique. It's a pope. He breathes fire. Oh, this one's real. Or at least the dude is. Rubello? There's a statue of him outside the church. Oh, we never went there. Did your family go to church? Weddings and funerals and longest night, basically. I don't think those first two count. those are like events. My mom works at the church now, and I haven't gone really since I was 14 or 15. Does she mind? She pretends not to. What's this one gonna be? It's a whale. And it's got, like, the world on its back. Oh, well, that's sad. Sad, brother. Kind of a lot of responsibility. Did the whale consent to this? I think it just always was that way. Oof. You gotta wonder why people made these up. I mean, like, these specifically. Who saw a whale and was like, needs to be carrying something? I mean, whales are pretty big. But what's the whale swimming in? The cosmic energy of space? Yeah, for real. I guess it's dumb to get mad at ancient people. We make up myths like this too. It's not just ancient people, and there's still a lot of people who believe stuff. Like, Angus, don't be judgy. Jaguar says, I love the whale, reminds me of the turtle that carries the world on its back. I was thinking exactly of that, actually. It's a cat. He's got arrows sticking out of him, and he's chasing a diamond. Oh, I know this one. Don't remember his name. He lived, You remember the stories about the forest god? Yeah. My granddad used to tell me Adina stories. Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, this cat was in there. Liked shiny things, was good at getting through the forest, and was really good at stealing. Jaguar says we made up the mythos of capitalism, so why would these old stories be weird? I genuinely appreciate that, Jaguar. Yeah, our entire economic system is based on a bunch of rules we all invented, a bunch of things that we all designed and said this is how things are supposed to be. Whether that's the way they're supposed to be or not, historically, we've given people the idea that they were somehow, you know, divinely ordained or otherwise to be the great rulers over entire swathes of land. Like, and that still exists. Like, the United Kingdom is still a kingdom. We still have ties to that idea of monarchy. Merchants, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. How's everything? Hope you're having a chill Sunday experience. Well, then he stole a diamond from a king and got arrowed to death. But he was slick enough that he jumped out of his body and became immortal or something. Huh, decent. Extremely decent. We're like way out here, huh? In the park, yeah, I guess. Spooky. I don't know, it's pretty safe. And the stars are pretty. Gengo, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? The invisible hand of the market is peak magic thinking. It really is. Honestly, the idea that we can plan an economy simply based on the concept that everything will just work itself out is absurd. Can you imagine any other thing in terms of planning that humans have accomplished over the entirety of history, where we literally say, you know what the best solution to this is? Let's just see what happens. Let's just throw it up to chance, and just it'll land right. It'll just naturally happen. The myth of the hand of the free market is absolutely absurd. Like, can you imagine trying to build a home or build a society based on that? I mean, I guess we can because people have tried to do it, but it's absurd. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's, to me, no different than trying to expect, like, a hurricane to build a house. It's just not gonna happen. And I mean, occasionally it's gonna work, occasionally it's gonna function, but not enough. It's not a natural law, as far as I'm concerned at all. Duke said, not even just chance, but to whoever's the greediest and most ruthless. That's the thing also, Duke. That's the thing, they pretend that it's just up to chance. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because the fact of the matter is, it's never just chance. It's always about who can claim the most, who can acquire the most, and who gets the luckiest at first, and then rigs the game in their favor. TB said, I read through Capitalism and Freedom by Milton Friedman recently. The whole book is basically just that point repeated over and over for everything. Yeah, it doesn't work. Planned economies are still quite functional, and maybe we can't reach the level where, you know, it's easy to compute everything, but we're getting to that point. I don't believe in ghosts or gods, or psychic powers or anything like that. Not at all. I mean, there's no evidence for them. And people have really tried. Did you ever? Yeah, when I was a kid. Tell me about it. So, I don't know how much I've told you, or how much Greg has told you, but I didn't have the best childhood. Yeah, I think I heard that. Why was it bad? My dad didn't like me. And my mom didn't either. And like, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. No, it's fine. My dad used to hit me a lot. And my mom was probably worse. She, like, wouldn't feed me. Which is why I really like cooking now. She'd like shove me into the pantry and slam the door really hard. And all the stuff would fall off the shelves on top of me. Oh my god, Angus. I didn't know that at all. Now I'm even more upset that he's with Greg. I don't know if anyone else's brain went straight to that, but the fact that he's with somebody who's like thrown stuff at May in the way that he has, and the fact that Greg's talked about how he's not sure that he's good for Angus, and is kind of aware of it, tells me that there's a cycle and pattern going on there. Yeah. That's awful. She locked me in there for like a day at a time sometimes, or overnight. So I'd like try to develop psychic powers so I could like signal the neighbors or unlatch the door. Didn't work, as you might guess. Did you ever tell anybody? I never did. I don't know why. After a while I like started feeling guilty too for some reason. Like this was something bad I was doing. Like being abused? Angus, that's not your fault at all. You were a kid. Oh, don't worry, I know that now. Boy, do I ever. Question, can I go kick all of their asses? That is an appropriate response. Like I got experience, I can F some shit up. Well, my mom's kinda old now, and I still have to visit her sometimes. I have a brother, he's overseas in the army. And my dad left like 10 years ago. So who knows where he is or if he's even alive. If he is alive, I don't want to know about it. Angus, I just want to give you a hug forever. Well, I was luckier than a lot of kids. I'm just glad I didn't yeah. Anyway, to your original question. Testing out my psychic abilities in the pantry made me really interested in both paranormal stuff and science. And I joined a skeptic society on the internet, and that kind of ruined me on a lot of other supernatural bullshit, and it gave me something to solve. Something you could debunk or know. I don't know, it saved me a little bit, I guess. 'Cause when someone does all that stuff to you, it can make you do some bad things to yourself. But anyway, yeah, no ghost or God. So, like, I feel like if I'd been through that, I'd be more likely to want to believe in God or something. Do you believe in anything at all? Well, so like the constellations, I don't believe there's a whale out there. But I believe that the stars exist, and that people put the whale there. Like, I don't know. We're good at drawing lines through the spaces between stars. Like, we're pattern finders and we'll find patterns. And we really put our hearts and minds into it. And even if we don't mean to. So I believe in a universe that doesn't care, and people who do. Pattern finders. I feel like a lot of people don't think they found God. But like God found them. Like when they were having bad times like you did. God never did. I was completely alone in the pantry. But a few years later, Greg did. So, like, the stars can stay up there and not give a shit about us. But this whale is pretty cool. Jaguar says this is such a sweet and profound moment. This is giving me chills on a level that I don't even know how to put into words right now, and I'm just kind of vibing with it and experiencing it. Pattern finders is a brilliant concept, and it's not the first time I've heard that. A very dear friend of mine once brought up a very similar concept, and I love that. I love that notion that we're all just seeking patterns in the universe and trying to make sense of something that just doesn't make sense. You're an extremely good and smart person, Angus. I try. But I'm no more than anyone else. Yep. I should come out here more often. Yeah. Don't look at him. Who? There's someone standing behind us. Yeah, there really is. In the trees. Holy shit. Holy shit. What do they look like? Tall, wearing some kind of weird coat. Like a utility coat or something. Oh god, that's the ghost. I'm worried about it being a living person. Standing in the woods, staring at us. Oh god, oh god. Well, don't panic. Follow my lead. Hey there. Out for a hike? Nice night. He's not answering. That's a little hostile, right? That's definitely a little hostile. Hey! I know what you did. May, no. I saw you. Okay, well, we're gonna run now. We need to get to the car. But your asthma. I got an inhaler. The good kind, too. No one in heaven or earth can stop me. Okay, let's go. Deep breaths. In, out. Alright. Roar! Oh, shit, that wasn't creepy at all. You okay, big guy? Yeah, I'll be okay in a few minutes. I'm resilient. So, that was it? That was the ghost? Or it was some weirdo who lives out there. They probably get lots of kids throwing parties back there. I mean, the party we went to where you threw up. That wasn't too far from there. Why does no... Oh. Whoa. Oh boy. May? What's wrong? Do you need me to pull over? My head. Jeez. That sound I don't know if anybody can hear that in the background of the game. Headphones would probably make it a lot easier, but that sound is kind of giving this very ringing, warble vibe. Reminds me kind of auras from a migraine. Let's get you home. No. Need to talk to everyone tonight. Duke says dissociative episode. It's very possible it's a dissociative episode. That would not surprise me. All of us. I need all of us. Thanks for, like, coming. Again, we live here. Yeah, you're in my living room. I'll accept the thanks. So, like, do you have any idea what's going on? Yeah, her eyes did change. Good. I'm glad you mentioned that, Jaguar. There's a ghost that's in my head. There's a ghost following me. I think based on what we saw at the top of the cliff, a ghost following me is potentially one to say. Like, he keeps showing up when we go out to, like, investigate it. Or all of those times it could have just been a random person. No, I can, like, feel it in my head. Why do you think I freaked out earlier? I know you guys don't believe me. It's not that I don't believe that something's happening with you. I just don't know that it's a ghost. Yeah, dude. There are like 50 better explanations for all of this. Like what? You have like sudden stress migraines? And you saw something that freaked you out and makes you stress out? I get migraines. And May, you've gone through a lot of life changes recently, and I don't know, stress does weird things to people. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm gonna go up into the woods, and I know this thing is up there. I know what I saw, and if you don't believe me, that's fine. I'll go alone. You're really gonna hike up past the basketball court? It's late, dude. What do you all care? You don't believe me anyway. I'll go. Listen, I don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in you. Aw, dude. So let's go find your ghost. Angus is so wholesome. I was fixing to say something like that, but you said it better. Aw, you guys. It's not even ghost hunting season. Yeah, it's Buck. We're outlaws. King Cyrus, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a lovely and chill Sunday. Welcome, welcome, and hope all is well. Thank you for believing me. Mostly, I just don't want you wandering around up there, alone, at night. Close enough. Alright, let's hunt some ghosts. Haven't been on a night hike in a long time. Gotta listen for owls. Why? Owls are cool. Alright. I got work in the morning. Let's go catch us a ghost. Angus is psychic, but his hat blocks it. That's cute. Cyrus says I was at Mexi's voice chat, actually. Plus, I was busy today. How was the voice chat? Did that go well? And also, no worries on being busy today. We all definitely have things we gotta take care of from time to time. Now how have I never been back up here? Fences work? Now people are up here all the time. I came here when I was like 12. What's up here? Just old junk and trees and animals. What is it? What is it, Bae? Nothing. Nothing? I was praying. Wow. Really? Yeah, let's go. Well, here's the old mine carts. Are we up by the old mine? Uh-oh. Wow. Gotta put all this stuff somewhere, I guess. You remember this from when you were 12, Greg? Yeah, I was scared of it. How'd they even get all this back up in here? What's up? Nothing. Just like all this old stuff out here. Jaguar says this music is nice. My heart started to pound a bit. Yeah, it kind of puts you on edge just a little bit, and I don't know. I'm with you on that. The music has been very expressive in this game. It's here every night when you go to sleep. So, it's out here in the dark. So old. So old, so old, so old. Dude. Hey, May? I'm fine. We should go back. This is stupid. No, it's fine. Ghost hunt. Ooh, fun. Oh, that sudden drop off in the music there. And that sound getting ever so slightly louder as we're climbing the hill. What the? Huh? Oh my god. No, no. Ah, hell, he's awake already. Anyone got any juice? No, no, guys. Ah, hell. Guys, wait. Lerv, you knew this was gonna happen. You knew it the moment you screwed this whole thing up. It ain't like you weren't on the other side of this before. It was a mistake. I owned up to it. Lerv, this is you owning it up to it. Aren't I allowed to make one mistake? One mistake? You left a goddamn arm in front of the click-clack. 'Cause of you, God knows what's gonna happen to this town. What was I supposed to do? It was your screw-up. Ugh, his leg's stuck. And it wasn't like you couldn't have called any of us. I panicked, okay? I was embarrassed. I sure wish you'd called me, Lerv. You think any of us want to do this? Guys, we can figure something out. Nothing to figure out. But, I got a family. Lerv, don't insult us. You know you don't gotta worry about Jeannie and the girls. They'll be completely taken care of. They'll never want for nothing. He's not gonna budge with that leg sticking straight out. Oh, hell. Dave, Rick, Benny, guys, you know me. Alright, Dave, you hold him. I'm sorry, Lerv. You know we got no choice. And I'd appreciate it if you stopped laying a guilt trip on us. No, 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 no. Hold him still. No! Hold still, this'll go easier if... Alright, he's free. Lerv? Lerv. Ain't no one can hear you this far out. You're just putting yourself to more anguish and... Oh, hell, let's get this over with. We should just make this easy, Lerv. Ugh, God, his bone's sticking out. The hell? Shit. May Borowski? Run. I don't know if I'm supposed to be jumping over these things, but I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, what in the heck is going on right now? Okay. Nice. Nice. Yep. I barely remember how to play this. It's like riding a bike. I play this game in my head when I'm falling asleep. I like to go over the plots of books I've read. Ooh, look at the Smarty. I try to remember every place I've ever been. In order. Wow. Alright, well... Oh, I'm controlling Bay. Is that because I picked Bay so much, or that we collectively picked Bay so much? Like, is there multiple? Like, would you control Greg here if you'd picked him or something? So, no word from her parents? Nope. Did you leave a message? Yep. I played this until I broke one of the sticks. That's harsh. I don't screw around. That's the spirit. I'm so tired. I could, like, curl up on their bed. There's, like, a whole living area under there. Okay, so got brownies, got sodas. Want some brownies? I'm making brownies, and... yeah? Maybe lasagna. I got some mix last week. Why all the food? Need to eat, everyone needs to eat. It's a control thing. He feels out of control, so he's cooking because it's the thing that gives him control over the thing that gave him anxiety. I get that. Aren't you, like, scared and worried? Yep, that's exactly what he is, and that's how he's manifesting that. Good dinner makes everyone feel better. Someone's got to take care of you. Thanks, Agnes. You're extremely good. No more than anyone else. So that guy you saw in the woods at Possum Jump? Yep. Were those guys like that guy? Yep, sorta. He had a hat. I need to defrost the lasagna. Or do I? Do you cook it frozen? I don't see anyone out there. Just wait, he'll be back. So we still have no idea who this is? A big guy, dirty coat, or several they could swap out? I can't tell. Guys, this is a bad situation. Yep. Yep. Yes'm. Wait, everybody shut up. What? I heard it too. Seriously, what? There's someone standing outside the door. What? Everybody be very quiet. Oh my god. Okay, I'm controlling May again in the woods. I'm really drawn into this. Like, this is really well done. I don't think that footstep in the background is mine. Maybe it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. The controller vibrate on that moment was real. God is here. In this room. Jaguar said this took a turn and I don't know what to say. Yeah, me neither. Like, I genuinely am just following it at this point. I feel like I'm on a ride and I'm just going with it, and I'm happy to have you all here, because I don't know. I believe that. Times like this we can call out and know that our cries are heard. While we're here, maybe someone would like to say something about May? That'd be nice. May's a good girl. She and I explored the stars, and she loved to hear about them. I'm sorry. It can be difficult. Anyone else? I've always known May as the kid down the street, a little younger than me, but tough. I've been through it in the past couple of years: addiction, jail, rehab, divorce. And I just think it's not fair that May of all people should have trouble. Where's the God in that? Where's the higher power? This is all a bunch of bullshit. Thank you, Selma. Anyone else? I'll say something. May Borowski's always been a menace, and I called the police on her more than once. I hope she wakes up and learns a lesson. That's all I gotta say. Okay. Thank you, William. I'll speak up. Go ahead. May was a daughter to all of us on the block. Speak for yourself. Sometimes folks is in the wrong place at the wrong time. I hope we can find out exactly what happened to her. Oh, we know. Her friends told us. Duke says it's fun to go on rides with friends. Yeah. Absolutely fun to go on rides. And Jay, thank you so much for the donation. Jay says, 1 penny for every push-up I did today to the Socialism with Mansions Fund. Hopefully I'm not interrupting anything important with my silliness. You're not interrupting at all, and I appreciate the silliness. Honestly, it was a nice moment of brevity from, or just like relaxing from this intense experience. But yeah, this ride has been intense, and I'm glad to be on this journey with you all exploring this game. And the fact that it's provoking such a awe-inspiring and emotional reaction, honestly, is a positive, and I think it speaks volumes about how well designed this game was and how much thought was put into these characters. And also, like I was saying before, how much it encourages you to go around the town each time and get to know the neighbors and get to know the people. Like, Salma's just an NPC that you interact with a few times, and I don't know, she, especially after hearing the poem, became one of the best characters in my opinion. Yeah, they were out in the woods at night, down at the end of the center avenue. And someone was out there hunting illegally, and they got shot at, and May fell, and she must have fallen off a million things a million times. All it takes is landing the wrong way one time, and oh, well, I hope she wakes up soon and tells us all about it. See if she remembers who done it. I'm sure she... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. What's happened to this one? Do we know you? Are you here to clean up? Nah, supposed to be fixing a door. In here? Nope. Okay, so she's gonna be fine. For today, leastways. What? What? Who are you? Janitor. The house is gone. May? Oh, thank God. What did you say, May? It's dead. What's dead, honey? May, honey? Everything. Lucid, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Glad to have you here. You can still hear the beeping of the heart monitor. Oh my God. Bay? Oh my God, May? Holy shit, it's May. It's me. You came back to life. I don't think she was dead. Pizza party. Greg. Not the time. I'm feeling woozy. You should lay down. You can sleep in our bed. I feel weird about that. How about the couch? Do I have to stop playing? No, the sound is good. Her mom said it's okay to keep her here. I'll drive her home later. So she just, like, wandered out of her house? Yeah, and all the way here. Jeez. Lucky she didn't pass out somewhere out there. I sure hope she's alright. Mm-hmm. Both of you shush. So how well do you know this guy? We order pizza, what, twice a week? At least. From out by the highway now since Postabilities closed down. I thought you two were trying to save money. What? Don't police our lifestyle, Bay. I'm with Bay on that one. Sometimes when it comes down to survival and needing to, like, do stuff like that, ordering in is not gonna help. And I get the mindset behind that, but I'm also someone who cooks a lot, so. Not judging anybody, but I'm with Bay on that one. Okay, well, just as long as you're sure the delivery guy is safe. I can spot him through the keyhole. If it's not him, we'll turn off the light. And I guess hide here until we die. Alright, as long as there's a plan. Hello? Look who's awake. It's him, it's the pizza guy. Pizza's here. So what happened? We called the cops. Your aunt and some guy fished you up out of the woods. You were like in a coma. Did you die? Nah, I just took a very long nap. Nice. Ugh. Yeah, nice. I had this dream, or like a vision, or I time traveled. I don't know, like I'm in and out of consciousness. Can you not eat? You should eat. I don't know if I can. Sorry, Mom. You scared us to death, honey. Sorry, Mom. We'll come pick you up. No, it's cool. I'm gonna just sleep here. Bay is there? Bay is here. Okay. I'll be back in the morning. Have Bay drive you home. I will. May? I know. Give us a call if you need to come home. I will. Love you, Mom. Love you, sweetie. I love how she knew to call for Bay, because Bay's the responsible one. Is Bay there with you? You want a brownie? Nah, I can't really eat right now. Like, I'd puke. But there isn't anything in there, so I'd, like, puke my actual guts out. Alright. You do need your guts. For the moment, at least. Dude, wild week, huh? You could say that. When we get out of this, I don't know if we're getting out of this. Well, even if we don't, and we're ghosts, we should hang out more. Deal. What even was that game? Werewolf Shred the Gnar 3. Wow, I played this at Casey's house, like, years ago. I played it. Yesterday. At home. Cool. They've got Wi-Fi. Nice. It's like we're a real place. At least within range. I don't have a phone because of this place. It's the 1800s here. Hey, May? Yeah? I'm really glad you're not dead. Me too. Yeah. 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 Don't push yourself. And just make sure that nobody else has anything to say. Alright, let's hit the bed as it was. Cool, I'll be right out. I'll be right out. Hey kids, can we do lights out now? I'm gonna drop over. Yeah, dude. Sounds good. See you all tomorrow. You sure it's safe for you to leave? None of this got anything to do with me. No weirdos are following me around. Oh, right. See ya. Bye, Jerem. Aw. Do you know why I beat down Andy Cullen 6 years ago? No. We weren't talking then, and I thought it'd be weird to bring it up now, and... I was playing this video game. You were, like, dating ghosts or something? Okay. And I was really into it, played it, like, 24/7. Until this one afternoon, and suddenly, like, something broke. Broke? It was just, like, pixels. The characters on screen, I felt like I knew them. They weren't people anymore. They were just shapes, and their lines were just things someone had written. They never existed, they never had feelings, they never would exist either. And it felt so sad. Like, I'd just lost these real people. And this whole thing we had, it was just me alone. And, like, that realization, like, dumped out of the screen and into real life. Went outside, and the tree out front, I looked at it every day. It was like a friend outside the window. Now it was just a thing that was there. Growing and eating and just being there. Like, all the stuff I felt about the tree was just in my head. And there was some guy walking by, and he was just shapes. Just like this moving bulk of stuff. And I cried. Because nothing was there for me anymore. It was all just stuff. Stuff in the universe. Just dead. Wow, that's... huh. And the next day was that softball game, and Andy was the pitcher when I was up. And he was just shapes too. And just lines someone wrote. Like nothing in there. And I was so scared and angry and just, I don't know. Before I knew it, I was on top of him, smashing his face in with the bat. Just shapes. Red shapes. All over the grass. Oh my god, May. Have you talked to anyone about this? After it happened, they made me go to therapy with Dr. Hank. Oh god, he's the worst. And he made me start a journal? A journal. Yeah, he kind of just said it would help to be able to get my thoughts down. Did it help? Kinda? Sorta? But since this whole thing happened when I'm alone in a new place, it's all shapes, like back at the softball game. I was doing fine at college for a while, but I couldn't make friends. I was just afraid of being outside or around people alone. And there was this statue of, like, the founder or something. A really shitty statue, like, all rusty metal. And it was these shapes, and he was pointing down at me. And I was so scared, I didn't leave my dorm room. I either didn't eat or I ate entire pizzas at once. I downed cough syrup just to sleep all the time. And finally I got up the courage to leave, and I came home where everything was fine. Where I knew everyone, and it wasn't just dead shapes watching me. Jeez. Something broke in my head, in my life. I don't mean to be like, whatever, but it sounds like you're suffering from some serious stuff. And like, I can help you find some help for it. Dr. Hank already tried. I think Dr. Hank should stick to family medicine and dentistry, and the half dozen other things he does. And maybe leave the mental health services to someone else. Like, there are such things as depression and anxiety, and like, I don't know, what you're going through, it exists. I thought when I came home, I felt so safe here, and everything made sense for a few days. And then all this, and, shh, it's gonna be okay. We'll figure this out. I'm so scared. I know, we're all scared, but we're gonna make it. You should get some sleep. Bye, guys. Love you. Don't venture out on your own. TB says, played this game for the first time during my second year of uni when I was considering dropping out. This scene hit really hard. I can imagine. There's definitely been a few scenes in this game that have hit very real to me. And, I imagine a lot of people see themselves somewhere within some of these stories and narratives. And when you see something like that, it can really affect you and impact you. And I'm agreeing with you completely there, Jaguar, with Bay. Let's normalize mental health. Mental health is important, and honestly, it's something that I wish was less stigmatized and more available to people. What are you? Are you actually a ghost or just some guy? What is this thing in my head? Are you doing this? Why is this happening to me? Talk. Fine, let's do this. Oh. Boom. Get away from her, you piece of shit. You're outnumbered, asshole. Ugh, you shot me. And we can all use both of our arms. I will personally disassemble you. Whoa, geez, Bae. You okay? Where did... You're such an idiot. What were you thinking coming out here alone? This is all because of me. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you the one putting on a dumb costume and following me around? And kidnapping people, May? Maybe? Is that your fault now? It's in my dream. Hey, kiddo. We're out here, outside your head. Whatever's going on in there, I believe you. But I'm not gonna let you wander off into the woods to die. Okay. We're all in this now, and even if we weren't, I'd still be out here with you. Me too, obviously. Clearly we all would be. Listen, I'm all the family my dad has left. I for damn sure am not dying out here, and you're... God, you're the closest thing I have to a sister. I don't want you to be gone, so you're not dying either. That sounds okay by me. Well, he's wounded. Sounded like he went back up to the mine. Yeah, what do we do? Follow him, I guess. You all wait here, I'll go. Anyway. Yeah, anyway. If he's up in the mine, we might be able to corner him and tie him up or something. Can you walk, May? I think so. Might be a little slow. I'll help you if you need it. Thanks, big guy. Alright, let's do something really stupid. Gates open. Oh, jeez. What? We could, like, block it shut or something. Aw, dang. You're right. No. I have to go down in there. Well then. Looks like all of his friends are gone. Just one guy. Just one guy. Just one something. Bang bang. And we're heading into the mine. Well, this isn't dangerous or anything. Nothing to be scared of down there. Just a party. Heh. Not too late to throw ourselves into traffic instead. Looks like he took the elevator down. So much for the element of surprise. He's gonna hear us coming a mile away. We sure we want to do this? Yeah, May, you sure? Guys, I don't know if you understand. He's in my head. I can't function like this. Everything is dying or dead already. I don't know what's gonna happen down there. Okay, then. We'll come out of this together. Oof, that thing looks old. They haven't used this mine in, like, a lot of years. Generations, even. Are you our tour guide now? We have Possum Springs tourism pamphlets at the shop, and I get bored. This is in the brochure? Well, here we are. Mate, you okay? I have my inhaler. No, I'm fine. It's just like... It's like something huge is on top of me. I mean, technically, you're not wrong. Is it like asthma? That's how asthma is. It's not asthma, big guy. But thanks. Shh. I heard something. Down there. You gonna be okay, May? Yeah, I'm alright. We should be quiet. You gotta save up for the screaming later. Yeah, literally having the weight of the earth above you. I don't know if anybody here's actually been in a coal mine, especially one of the old ones. Those things are claustrophobic nightmares. Door. Door. Tunnel. Whatever. Here we go. Like, some of them are some of the tunnels that they had were barely tall enough for your average adult human to be able to stand in. So you had to imagine that people were like hunched over in these mines, literally taking a pickaxe in some of the earliest parts of the days to break parts of the wall off to get at the coal. And there were probably an obscene amount of people in these tiny spaces, in these little tunnels that were literally had the earth above you. You didn't know if there were gas pockets. You didn't know if there were anything where if somebody lit a match that literally the gas pocket could end up exploding. The whole thing with the canary and the coal mine, that, you know, they literally brought canaries in to see if that's if that area would be dangerous for humans, because the canary would likely die beforehand. And yeah, TB, I'm glad you brought that up, because I've been in a coal mine before, but all the different mines, tin mines as well, a lot of the tunnels are far smaller than people imagine, and some of them are only wide enough for 2, maybe 3 people to cross through, at most. Sometimes some of the pathways can get thin enough so that like only one person could literally walk through the tunnel, and it's usually just enough to get a cart through. You know, and it really depends. And that's even from the times where they would have the carts running out into the elevators to bring up the coal. It's disturbing what we have and what we continue to put humans through on a consistent basis, and we put our lives at risk for. Like, I'm not saying coal didn't heat homes or anything like that, but the process of working in a mine is dangerous and terrifying work. And if you've ever been in a mine before, it's disturbing. And then you had people working like 8 to 12-hour shifts, sometimes even up to 16-hour shifts in those mines. It's hard to even imagine that. Like, I don't know. The things we've done to people for resources and extraction, through colonization, through imperialism, through capitalism. It's very disturbing history. And very disturbing reality, because in some places it's still happening. What is this place? Looks like a church or something. And like junk? Oh god. Oh god. What is it? It's here. It's here. Oh god. What is it? I don't know, but it's here. It's through there. And like, just keep in mind also when I'm talking about this, like every single resource mining has its own different unique properties. And that's not even counting like uranium mining, which had massive amounts of radiation involved, where people were dying in their 40s and 50s at the latest to mine that resource. I know you're in here. I love how May's cigarette is like the only thing we can see. A Bay's cigarette, rather. Say something. Well, how about this? Take a couple more steps forward if you want to die. Show yourself. Yeah, asshole. We're like 5 times scarier than you. There they are. They're right there. I'm gonna kill them. You'll do no such thing. It's out of your hands now. He shot me. Then I'd say we're even. Little girl got shot at the other night. Yeah, sorry about that. You're apologizing? It was a bad call, I'm sorry. It's okay? It didn't actually hit me, so... Wait, who are you? Bunch of old boys doing their damnedest to protect their own and their neighbors. Then why are you trying to kill me? Kill you? Nobody's gonna kill you. All of you are part of this town, by family relation or just being hard workers. I'm getting chills. Oh my goodness. Are they supposed to be like the spirits or specters of like the workers? Contributors. Okay. So we could just leave? Well, he brought you down here for a reason. He's not gonna let you leave until he has had his say. Well, he's already got an arrow through the shoulder. I don't think he's gonna be having much say in whatever. Wait, so you think that Edie... He kidnapped that kid at the Harvest. He's been in my head somehow. I'm always tired, constant headaches. He's been following me, following all of us. Oh, little girl. You don't know what this is, do you? What? Oh, God. I've seen this. Or I've felt it. Was Ed Scudder and Jim Dorney who found it? 20 years back or so. After the West Mine closed out past Bertel. Vest Schumacher, last supervisor, was out there when the company locked off the entrance. Carved his initials and date in the door. Then you got this mine, the old one. Not even a proper mine, big hole, copper. Abandoned, shoot, long before any of us were born. Too close to water. And that water was poison. When the first settlers came out here, that old spring used to be right above where we're standing. But that water dried up. 1992 or so, some men from West Mine came back up here to try bootlegging. Practically built a new elevator, got the main tunnel cleared. Never found no coal, just dug deeper and deeper. Till Ed bursts through that wall and finds this place. And Jim walks right into that hole. And never hits the bottom. Ed calls down to Jim. Jim don't answer. But someone else does. I know you heard that voice, girl. In dreams and in waking times. It's what brought you down here. So what does this have to do with you or me or anyone? Duke says growing up in the family property up north had an abandoned uranium mine on it. The property is owned by a different branch of the family now. Though it's basically just trees in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Uranium mines have disturbing histories. I mean, they all do. So what does this have to do with you or me or anyone? You gotta understand, in those days it was the end of the world. Jobs gone, our kids were leaving. Government didn't care, only wanted our votes. Just putting in more regulations, sending our jobs overseas, spending our taxes on lazy people and immigrants. I mean, don't agree with that one. Well, we worked ourselves to death. Ugh, here we go. Goddamn, I hate this crap. You old dipshits. You finished? Yeah, sure. We prayed and prayed up at the church. But when Ed Scudder came back down here and listened, he got answers back. Answers? Ed explained it to a few folks and they didn't believe it. But he was persuasive. He had the glimmer. The glimmer? Ones it takes, shining to. It rubs off on you. You can do things. I never seen it. But they said Ed could walk through walls. Okay. After Ed talked us into all this, after that first time, after we picked one out, well, not only was the town holding stable, but it was almost like we were getting younger and money came too. Still a few of us left from back then. Picked? First one was Tom Turner, who believed you and me was a bastard, just pure trash. We got him down here and in the hole he went. Next week, flowers blooming all over the hills. You throw them in the hole? They're feeding him? He's hungry like you wouldn't believe. Every few months or so he starts singing, and it's someone's turn to find someone. Was that what you were doing the other night? No. What happened the other night was a shame. One of our number broke the rules and had to pay up. That was a hard thing to do. I think I'm gonna be sick. We never pick no one who's gonna be missed. That's a solid rule. Drifters, drunks, and delinquents. Yeah, always willing to throw someone under the bus to feed capitalism. If it means you get to preserve the status quo. Attack in the wrong direction as far as I'm concerned, if I'm understanding this metaphor correctly. You've been... Oh god, oh no. Casey? The Hartley kid? All he was going to contribute to society, except a bunch of kids growing up with no dad. TB said sacrificing people on the margins of the town society to protect, it is the most boomer thing ever. Yeah, there's definitely something to that. Like, they're upholding the system, and they're worried about all that, and they're throwing the most marginalized people under the bus, literally. Or in a hole, literally, this time. Was a rap sheet a mile long. Before whatever sad end he'd wind up at, we did him a favor. You killed Casey? Oh my god. We don't use that word. You know he was taking up business with his cousin, right? You know what happened to his cousin. Burned alive when his little trailer lab exploded. They had to wear hazmat suits when they cleaned him up. That's where Casey was headed. You killed Casey. And you want to act like we didn't do him and this whole town a favor? Oh god, Casey's been down here the whole time? His parents put up posters. Maybe they should have cared more about him before it came to this. Which one of you did it? Greg? He was my friend. Yeah, I'm backing up Greg here. Yum, welcome. Hope you are having a lovely and chill Sunday, and I hope everything's doing okay. Alright now, throw it down right now or we'll shoot. Heh. What if I get you first? Bolt sticking right out of your eye. Bang. Bang. You brought guns down here? Dangerous this far out in the woods at night. Basic safety. Throw it down, son. Don't make this our time. Greg? Dang it. You're monsters. None of this is happening. We are not monsters. We do it because we love our home. As long as we keep doing this, Possum Springs survives. Things can get better. These mines are gonna be humming again some days. No. No. Oh, this is hitting on something. This is hitting on something that, I don't know, I feel like it's irrelevant to what I had originally planned to talk about, but this is hitting on it from a very different angle. This is a mentality that was quite prevalent, especially when Trump got elected. And it was symptomatic of a lot of the issues of alienation of labor under capitalism, especially in a lot of these different regions, where there was always someone on the margins you could blame to try to bring the world back to something that made sense for a lot of the people who had this mentality. And it's still happening. It's still happening even though it's taken on a very different form right now. A lot of the conspiracy theory stuff, a lot of the movements of trying to create this idea that the government's controlling everything, that, you know, blaming the Democrats, the whole Q thing. This is all tied together into this very same mentality, and I think a lot of it was born out of these mindsets. And it's disturbing. It's disturbing how easy it is to just say, oh, well, that person's not somebody who's going to be missed, and we'll just throw them under the bus. They're not one of us, so we can just throw them to the side. But they're aiming in the wrong direction. And that's almost always what happens with the mindset there. It's the people above that are the issue. It's the capitalists. It's the systems in place, not the everyday people. The mines are not coming back. Hopefully, right? Like, you don't want them coming back. And like there's this weird glorification of the old days because at least there was jobs then. And a lot of people lose that sense of history that most of their parents, grandparents, great grandparents were leftists. They were people who were trying to fight capitalism to make sure that the jobs that they had were actually paying enough for them to survive. And it's only by moving in that direction again, by reclaiming our ancestry back to that point, our intellectual ancestors, our worker ancestors, whatever direction or way that you want to talk about that, not necessarily our physical ancestors or biological ancestors, but the people who, had these same kind of thoughts about overthrowing and changing the system that made it so that people couldn't survive, who thought it was an acceptable tradition to have an owner own this large piece of property while they sent people into the mines to work at low starvation wages and didn't really care if people lived or died, when they fought against the fumes and the conditions of the steel mills and they fought against all of that. The National Guard was sent in. That's the target. That's where the problem is. It's never been immigrants. It's never been other people who are different from you. It's never been anything like that. It's always been the people who are in control and claim that because they quote-unquote own something and have a piece of paper that says that they can enact the violence of the state against you, that's what gives them the authority to do this. There's nothing to that piece of paper. There's nothing behind it except the barrel of a gun from the National Guard. And the sooner people realize that, sooner things are gonna really start to have to change and begin to change again. Old mills puff and smoke. You kids don't understand that. We lost what our world was built around. It used to be you provided for a family, bought a house. Now you're stocking shelves at the grocery store. Kids leaving more than they're staying. No opportunity here. Old people dying, houses left empty. You ever seen that? A home become a tumbled-in pile of wood and plaster? Gengel says they're looking for the shortest shortcut to certainty and safety, back to what they think of as something they know and trust. You're right, and it's worth saying that, right? And the thing is, in all of it, they're forgetting how that place that they knew and that was truthful and what they trusted was a prison in and of itself. And it was a prison created by the system and structures in place. Jaguar says facts, Tara. Thank you for that. A job become a burned out brick box or a hole in the ground. But we can change that. We can put this place back together, where it won't be just shapes. I'm gonna die down here. Why are you telling us all this? Because we're getting old, and even with the fringe benefit of good health, we need new blood to carry this on when we're gone. Gengel says the past they dream of is a fiction. They act like working in the mines and working in all these places was some sort of paradise, and it was a disaster. You know, I think what a lot of it really does come down to was the nostalgia that when they were kids, things kind of sort of seemed to make sense. And there was a chance at them achieving something. And when that got disillusioned, a lot of them lashed out. And again, not at the right people. You're like pitching us on this? Were any of you even minors back in the day? Any of you hurting now financially, like? Or is this just some sort of big costume party murder club? For someone's shitty boss who's afraid of dying. Bay just called that shit out hard. It does. This is really bad. This is insane. I'm not gonna say why should we call the cops. Why Why is that even an option there? Why should we help you? Because if no one's here to do this, you remember that flood a few years back? You remember the blizzard of 2010? You know, this is also getting on that idea that we were talking about earlier with Angus. Capitalism was invented, the free market was invented, it's a mythos, it's no different than something cultish. And that's what I think this is getting at, the idea that this is almost cultish behavior and you know, this mentality of we have to keep making sacrifices for the great altar of capitalism to keep preserving it, rather than unifying and creating some sort of democratic reality where we all can benefit and thrive from it. You know, the appeal of being a ruler, I don't understand it. I don't understand the mentality of the appeal to be somebody in a place of authority, to have servants at your beck and call, to try to reach for that place of capitalism and to continue to serve under the fiction that you'll eventually reach that place. It really doesn't make sense to me. When we can build a world where most people, at the very least, are able to, at the some level, have a decent existence for themselves. I'm not saying we're going to fix everything, that everything's just going to get better and that there won't be more challenges ahead. But at the very least, by changing the economic system and the incentives, at the very least, democratically controlled workplaces, at the very least, some sort of universal base income, we're going to improve people's realities. And I guess this bleeds into the topic that I wanted to talk about. The world is struggling. The climate is an issue. People are not getting their wages increased. You have places, like in the videos that I've covered recently, where you have businesses trying to hire 14-year-olds, hiring felons at slave labor wages. You have the attempt to automate with no structures in place to actively try to even consider paying people a decent amount under our current economic realities. And in the meantime, the stock market is through the roof. And that always happens. The investors always get their money. You know, and I look at the thing that I covered recently where I talked about Walgreens, and I look at the thing where, you know, Walgreens has basically been complaining, oh, there's shoplifters in San Francisco and all that, because the law in San Francisco says anything below $950 is now a misdemeanor and not a felony. So people are taking the gamble and sometimes stealing. Stealing. Because, you know, that's the big steal. But the company itself had like $4.5 million in wage theft. The company itself had has been making profits for its investors that have been through the roof. And yet people are worried about a bunch of people stealing laundry detergent or stealing, you know, deodorant or basic hair care products or anything of that sort. And, you know, you put all of these narratives together and you look at all of them. And I know I tend to cover them on an individual basis, but the thing is, and the goal I feel like is for people to start putting it all together as if they're puzzle pieces, kind of driving it all together. You have this stock market where the investors are constantly getting these massive returns. There's always growth in the stock market. And I don't think enough people question why. And the funny thing is in the stock market, a lot of the ideas of competition haven't existed for a long time. And I know that shocks a lot of people when they hear it, like, oh, there hasn't been competition in the stock market. But most of the stock market is handled now through investments in industries rather than individual companies. So rather than investing in, say, this one particular company, Company A, people will invest in a portfolio that diversifies between all of the companies that represent Industry A. And so you're kind of putting a little bit of money into each of them. So naturally, as long as the industry grows, all of those companies are collaborating essentially through the stock market. You're investing in all of them. So the industry has to grow. It's why price fixing has become more common, even if it hasn't been referred to as price fixing or acknowledged as it for a long time. The system that we have in place is a natural evolution of what happens when the people who thrive at the top recognize their self-interest in communing with each other and buying up properties en masse and buying up wealth en masse and never really letting people have any control of anything. And it ends up being in a place where the market, by necessity, has to keep rising, while wages stay stagnant, while inflation makes the prices keep going down, while all of it ends up just driving things into the point where people can't even afford their own basic necessities anymore. And that's the place we're finding ourselves. And with the pandemic exacerbating that and only showing off the failures of a system and a concept that wasn't prepared for the basic needs of people. And what I mean by that more than anything is that under capitalism, under our current realities and our economic system, there's no incentive to stockpile PPE. There's no incentive for any one company or organization to hold on to the things that would provide safety during a pandemic, that would provide safety in case of a disaster. You don't want a warehouse stocked with all those resources, because if you had that, it would be an inefficient use of that space according to capitalism, because you're not maximizing your profit off of it. But the point isn't to maximize off of profit, it's to maximize the necessity and care of people. So we should have had a stockpile of masks. We should have had a stockpile of PPE for the pandemic. We should have had all of that in place, but we didn't. And the big part of that is because investors needed to make the maximum amount of money off of companies. And if one company stopped and said, hey, no, maybe we should stockpile, they'd be the company that would fall to the wayside for their quarterly investments. And that company would lose investors, and the whole system would, not function the way that it does. The incentives are what drive capitalism. And we've reached a point where none of it makes sense. You could theoretically argue that there was a time, and I wouldn't personally agree with it, but you could theoretically argue that capitalism maybe 100, 150 years ago kind of sort of made sense. I personally don't subscribe to the philosophy, but I do understand how some people make that particular argument. But in today's world, especially with the overgrowth and, overdevelopment of resources, like the thing I talked about in my video yesterday, where I talked about the fast fashion industry and all that, the idea that we're producing at least 40 in just the Chilean desert, we're dumping almost 40,000 tons of clothing every single year. Because, and that's being done so a company can go make a profit off of that, and the investors can make money off of that. Why not just stop the production of that? Or better yet, make sure everybody's clothed. That's an inefficient system. And we keep hearing about the rationality of the market. The rationality of the market only makes sense for those in the authoritarian positions at the top. It doesn't make sense if you're a worker at a company. Because if you're the average worker at a company, it's not rational for you to have your wages skimmed off the top. It's not rational for you to have a denial of health care if you're providing the most basic services to the society. This isn't a rational system. It's only rational for the people who are thriving in it. And most of us aren't. And our enemies are not our neighbors. Our enemies are not people who may or may not look different or act different from us. It's very clear who that real enemy is. And Gengel, you said there's a mindset that many or most people are hardwired to aspire to, quote, fit in, to be part of the hierarchy. For the authoritarian mindset, there's safety in being part of the pecking order. It's only safe, though, if you're at the top of the pecking order or able to potentially move through the pecking order and rise. But there's also safety in the recognition that there doesn't need to be a pecking order. That we can all equally sit in a position where we'll all care for each other. And I agree with you, Duke. I think the pandemic has opened a lot of eyes. And right now, we're in a situation where a lot of these companies don't want to pay people a living wage, are fighting against unions tooth and nail that are starting to reform, that are blaming workers for quitting their jobs when there's no rational reason why somebody would work at $12 an hour if they can't pay rent. And then a lot of the business owners get frustrated and angry. Why isn't there someone to come do this task I don't want to do for $12 an hour? Because nobody wants to do that work if it doesn't mean their survival. And nobody wants to do that work if it doesn't mean the survival of their neighbors, their family, their community. And I think a lot of people, like you said, Duke, are starting to see that. And are starting to see that their own rational interest means allying with other people, allying with their neighbors, allying with people that they would have thought maybe at a different time are not their natural allies. And it's going to mean overcoming things like an obsession with nationality. It's going to mean getting rid of the obsession with race. And I mean that in the sense of stop prioritizing things like white supremacy. Stop focusing on the fact that the business owner might have a similar skin color to you or whatever, and focus on the fact that you're all workers thriving, needing to thrive and not being able to do so. Break down the myths that have been perpetuated about race and stereotypes, about gender and stereotypes, about being in any way, shape, or form, quote unquote, different, or lazy, or any of the other massive stereotypes that exist out there. We're all just trying to live our lives, and the best thing we can do is all come together. And I'm sorry if that got a little ranty right in the middle of this ending thing, but a lot of that's been sitting on my mind, and honestly, if we're exploring May's mind in this game, and we're addressing all this, I think it was an appropriate time to talk about all of that. The stock market is not a good indicator of things. In fact, the stock market rising is an indicator that investors are making more money and less wealth is reaching the hands of most people. Stock market go up is not good. If y'all have anything to add to that, and whatever, I'd appreciate it. Whatever you have to add or say. Let me get back to the game for a bit, though, while you all do. You remember the blizzard of 2010? That's what happens. And beyond that. The jobs never come back, the kids never come back, everything crumbles, Possum Springs bleeds to death, and soon we'll all be dead. And this town will just be fields and trees. I've seen it. Jaguar says, a lot of stigma, harmful and erroneous thought around ability also needs to end. I'm with you. I'm with you there as well. There's a reason why the phrase, each according to their ability, each according to their means, as it were, or needs or whatever, that whole idea and concept. We do what we can, we give what we can, and we always get back what we need. That's the concept of anything that is even remotely leftist to me. The idea that we come together to make a world where the majority, where our viewpoints are emphasized, where our differences are seen as beautiful, and we're not being subscribed to some sort of order that is enforced upon us by an authoritarian who thinks they know how the world's supposed to work. And that authoritarian is an authoritarian, whether it be by divine right to rule, or whether it be because of I have an army to back me up, or because I have a piece of paper that says I have more money than you and therefore more right to control the economy than you. And people forget in all of that when it comes to things like ability, when it comes to things like gender and the gender spectrum and all that, like, that doesn't make a person bad, or doesn't make a person, something that you shouldn't respect or care about. They're, again, not the issue. And I'm 100% with you, Jaguar, in mentioning that the ideas around ability, around mental health, the stigmas that we put out there around all of that need to be addressed in a very different way than how we're doing it. I'll understand if you need some time to think it over. So we can leave? No one's gonna stop you. Gangle says, we're up against people who at the moment are consoling themselves by believing in the fiction I described, that there's a shortcut back to safety, the old and well-known. And there isn't. I mean, the climate is something that we are actively messing with on a daily basis. And the biggest part of that is how much we're draining in terms of resources. You know, this game takes place in Pennsylvania, and there's something that a lot of people don't realize about Pennsylvania when it comes to the mines there. In a lot of the places in Pennsylvania, if you own your house, if you're actually lucky enough to be able to own your house in a place in Western Pennsylvania, you probably don't own the land under your house. Because a mining company at some point, or in the near future, or oil or gas company technically owns the area under your property. There are so many tunnels under those major cities, under major areas like, say, Pittsburgh, for example, and a lot of the areas to the east of Pittsburgh into the mountains. There's a lot of areas like that where that's all under the control of that. And you think about the damage we've done to the planet with all that. With literally digging out an entire section of tunnels under the planet. And you think about the fact that there's an idea that we could potentially go back to keep doing that. There's no way. There's no way. There's only so much you can keep damaging and wounding the planet in these ways. We're up against people who are, Gangle says, we're tasked with talking these people off a ledge. The thing is, though, Gangle, and I need to say this, it's not just them on the ledge. We're there with them. Duke says, I think you're right, Gangle. I think most people don't want to change things, and I don't think they'll realize it until it's too late and it's hurting them directly. Duke, it is hurting them directly, and I don't think a lot of them are ready to accept that. I think this is the symptoms we're talking about. The fact that they're so desperate to reach that point where they get back to where they were. Because at least that would be a little bit more stable. I think a lot of them realize, but I don't think they know how to respond. And truth be told, and I'm just going to be real about this, there are moments where I don't know how to respond to it all. And I think that's a perfectly normal response as well. To say, I don't know how to deal with this. To try to seek out a group of people who are struggling with it as much as you are and start asking questions. And try to approach it with an open mind. Instead of trying to go back to the whole hard work's just going to fix everything and we'll get there eventually. Start asking questions. If you have nowhere else to go, start asking questions of the people you know in your life, or start asking questions of the people who are talking about this already. Start approaching it inquisitively instead of rash judgments. And I guess that'd be my advice to anybody who's going through that mindset of not knowing what to do about all of these things. And that includes the people like the ones that we're seeing over here. We know who you all are. Ain't fair they get to leave, and I probably got permanent damage. Shut up, Hyde. You don't know a thing about what he wants. I swear to God. Let's go. Yeah, seriously, let's get out of here. Son, you leave that crossbow. What? Why? Well, I could bullshit you, but the truth is I just don't trust you. Fine, whatever, it's a piece of shit anyway. I can't move you guys. I'll carry you. I have no idea what to even think about any of this. It's just horror. That's not a word you get to use too often. That's all I've got left. Like everything else in my head is gone. Let's get out of here fast. I don't know if I... Shh. Talk later. Old stuff in here. Okay, I'm gonna have to put you down for a sec, okay? Okay. So, Casey, yeah, I, yeah. And for what? I think I get it. Wow, really? Too tired to explain it right, but, like, they lost what they thought was gonna happen, which was what had happened, like, a long time ago. Or how they remember or, like, picture it. And things it gave them. And so Casey and that kid at Harfest and... Sorry, I lost it. No, you were onto something there, man. They are worshipping the coal mines as some savior that's gonna bring their lives back and the good memories back and the good feelings back. And that's more sense than I can make of it. They're sad. It's all really sad. You ready to go again, Angus? Yeah, sorry. Wait, everybody shut up. What? Shh, I thought I... What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god. That person looked very cat-like, and I'm not sure if that was supposed to be, like, a ghost of Grandpa, or if that was, like, someone else in May's family. It would not surprise me if it was the cop aunt. Holy shit, is everyone okay? May, are you okay? May, say something. Oh, she's laughing. May. Shh, it's okay. It's okay, I've got you. He's gone now. Shit, how are we gonna get out of here? Shh, give her a minute. I feel air coming from somewhere, so we're not gonna suffocate. Okay, well that's a relief. How do you... I was a scout, Greg. I was a scout. Hey, Angus? Yeah? I love you. Oh. Welcome back, May. You okay? Better now that I almost got murdered. Again. Which is weird. That was like the third time in 2 days. Third time's the charm. Guys, the air's coming back from back here. Alright, I'm up. You sure? Yeah, I think I can walk at least. It's boarded up a long time ago. Can we get through? Let's find out. Let's get out of here. That's not budging. Yay, friendship. We're only gonna get out of this hole together. Symbolism. And water. Dude, that's amazing. You can smell water. Hopefully it's not a river. Cave rivers are death traps. Mine river, we're in a mine. Right. I thought Angus was supposed to be carrying us. All that coal dust, yeah, for real. And they're just breathing that in. I can see the bottom. I don't think we're gonna die in the 1 foot of water. Right. Oh, that water's probably... Oh my goodness, that probably stinks. I know what you are. I think I knew before, but, you know, after I sent that kid to the hospital years ago, they said I had an anger problem. But that's not true. I was angry because of something else. Something I'd lost, trying so hard since not to be angry. Got me all defenseless. And I lost more and more and more. It's not getting better. I want to be angry. When I ran home from college, On the bus, I had this dream, or maybe I saw it out the window. Last leaf on the tree, finally blown off. I'm so scared all the time, and the fear hurts. Feeling like everything is over. Was it over long before I got here? So long hiding? Or trying to outrun this? I get it. This won't stop until I die. Perry, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here, and I hope everything's going okay. How's your day been? But when I die, I want it to hurt. When my friends leave, when I have to let go, when this entire town's wiped off the map, I want it to hurt bad. I want to lose. I want to get beaten up. I want to hold on until I'm thrown off and everything ends. And you know what? Until that happens, I want to hope again. And I want it to hurt because that means it meant something. It means I am something at least. Pretty amazing to be something at least. You know I can't understand you, right? Are those supposed to be the constellations, maybe? Oh, shut up already. I know this won't save me in the end, but I don't need it to save me forever. Doing pretty alright. It's been a pretty intense gaming experience today. I just need it to save me now, so if you're gonna kill me right here, then do it. If not... May? Dude, you okay? Whoa. You got all sleepwalky there for a sec. You want me to carry you? No, I think I'm good. I just... very, very tired. Hang in there for a bit if you need to. We're safe. Uh-huh. Hey, there's a light over there. Did you smell that? I bet he did. Do not light a match up in there if you're smelling stuff. What is this? Might be a vent or something? Keep the miners from suffocating way back when? Looks old enough at least. Brochure? Hello? We're down here? Don't ask us why, please. Could get lucky and someone's out here in the woods at night. I can try to make it out. No, I can, like... Okay, yeah, are you up for this? Yeah. I don't know. I'm, like, all hyper now. Like dolphins. Hyper like dolphins? Perry says, I heard some of your rant. Very good stuff. Thank you for that. That was kind of, something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I'm glad I was able to get it out. And talk about it. And talk about the connections between all of the different things that I tend to talk about on this channel and all of it, you know? One of the things about this channel is it's been a way for me personally to be able to vent a lot of the things that I'm seeing and a lot of the things I come across and talk about it and put it in context of what it is and how it functions and glue the pieces together, as it were. So I'm glad the rant, as it were, was appreciated, and I'm glad that you enjoyed. It makes me very happy to hear that. When your body's almost like, whoa, I almost died, and you get all hyper because you're filled with dolphins. Okay, I'm seriously confused. Are you okay, May? Endorphins. Ah, okay. There, thank you, those. Okay, well, ride those dolphins up at you. That's assuming I can even do this. We'll watch. Okay. Good thing there's conveniently placed platforms for me to hop out of. Okay, that face, though. This place, huh? Hey, May. Germ? Yeah? What are you doing out here? I live right at the hill. I heard Greg yelling. we were all stuck down there. You were at the bottom of the old well in my backyard. It's been a really bad night. Sounds like it. Got any rope or something? Yeah. Can you go get it? That was my exact thought. Hey, May? Yeah? What was that Germ? Yeah, he's getting some rope. What's he doing out here? He lives here. In the woods? My entire body hurts. That was a long way. I brought some sodas. You're the best, Germ. You need the sugar and the caffeine. Hopefully the caffeine doesn't make anybody sick. Germ is so casual about all of this, says Jaguar. Yeah, no, for real. Germ's just like, oh, you're all hanging out in my backyard in my well. That's normal. Anyone else want to get far away from this well? Yep. Germ, can you, like, I don't know, seal up this well? I got dynamite. What? Yeah, I mean, I can get some. How big an explosion is that? I mean, not small? Okay, that works. Thanks, Germ. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Okay. Bye, guys. Germ? I have questions, Germ. Get some hustle, bro, says Duke. There goes a weird guy. He saved our lives. Germ's good. Germ is a good man. I want to know who it was that we actually effectively just killed, as it were, when we dropped that mine shaft. It strikes me we just murdered all those dudes on it. Thank you, Bae. How do you figure? Well, I mean, the elevator's broken and we caused a cave-in. That was self-defense. I guess, but we did cause the deaths of, like, a dozen guys. No, they're all still alive down there. Oh god. Yeah. Jeez. Well, we're blameless. They attacked us. One of them attacked us. So we're worrying about, like... It's morally gray. We're not murderers. Like, if we'd had a choice, we wouldn't have done it. I would've. What? They, like, killed people. They were trying to get us to kill people. Screw them. I don't even believe in hell, and I hope they go straight there. No, I'm with Angus on that, on some level. Well, that's what I think, at least. I get the feeling. I really do. This is like that whole trolley thing. What trolley thing? Okay, I'll explain it if we keep walking. It is the trolley problem. A bunch of rich billionaires, the rest of the planet. Hey guys, are you there? Anyone? Okay, I'm gonna typo anyway. Hard for me to say anything smart about what the hell even just happened. Easier for me to get it all out here. And I need to talk. Even if you jerks are off doing whatever. None of us asked for any of this. And it didn't happen to us because we're, like, special. You can work as hard as you want, but the universe is gonna keep doing what it does. And I don't think any of us deserved all this. This is all stuff that started long before we were born. It's all, like, moving so fast and you're dropped into it. And you're just trying to grab onto something. All of you are what kept me from floating off tonight. Also, you kinda killed that guy to save me. Don't think I didn't appreciate that. Don't know if I'm ever gonna understand what all just happened. I hope it stopped. I just feel, right now, like all I want to do is wrap my arms around all of you. Not just because I love you, but to keep you all together with me. Wrap up into a ball and no one can hurt us. Sorry I'm rambling. Germ, buddy? Germ, you don't even use Messenger? I guess I'm just typing at you wherever you're at. Bae, you're definitely something. I'm so sorry about all you've gone through. I don't even understand all your problems. But if I could, I'd fix them. I'd fix all of it. And I'd buy the tools to do it from your store. Or, like, borrow them at least. A better friend would buy, but I'm what you got. And I'm glad. Yep, there it is. Now I'm just gonna erase all that. Oh shit. Guys, I was just kidding about a lot of that. I'm really tired, I don't know what I'm saying. Log off, May. Log off. Let's check the computer. Hey, May. You okay this morning? I'm not opening the pickaxe today. Greg informs me we're doing band practice, though. I'll see you there. Hey, man. Nice messages last night. I mean, like, really. You massive dork. Band practice today. Because I feel like we need to do something normal. I'm at the Snellcon. Hope you're feeling okay. Sincerely, Gregory. It's good to be alive this morning, that's all. Weather service, snow in the forecast. Are you ready for what's coming your way? I think we've played all the songs, so that's good. Epilogue stars. God, it's us. It's just us. Home and us. I don't know what this feeling is, but I'm not gonna cry today. Hey, Granddad's clock. See if there's anything going on in the crawl space today. I didn't know you could go on the table. We're gonna eat you for Thanksgiving, bird. Don't eat the bird for Thanksgiving. I should, like, reread some of these. I mean, I got time, and the cozy months are coming. Shapes from Beyond the Veil of Space. Okay, yeah, let's go with that one. Let's see what the back of the book says. Released in 1937, Shapes from Beyond the Veil of Space is a towering achievement and marks the start of the weird gothic genre, an influence on much of our 20th and 21st century horror, science fiction, and pulp literature. Shapes is sure to make you question just how far away the night sky is from you at this moment. Cool. May, honey, is that you? Yeah. I'm back in the kitchen, if you want to talk. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Mom. How are you feeling? Good enough to jump up here? Can you do me a favor and stay home tonight? Sure, Mom. You're an adult, and you can do whatever you want, but you do live here, and you are still my baby. Oh, Mom. We need to come up with some ground rules, just because... Honey, you could have died the other night, and then you just left to hang out with your friends? I'm so sorry, Mom. Sweetie, what's going on with you? I've had a really tough year, Mom. Hun, you've had a tough week. We all have. Yeah, but... What happened at school, hun? I don't care what it is, just please tell me. Are you working today? No, me and your father are both off today. I'll be around tonight, then we can talk about it then. Sure. We can make breakfast for dinner like we used to. Dad can flip the pancakes in the air. The one thing I've noticed about the mom, and she just did it there, she has a very interesting way of being supportive in a way that almost comes off as dismissive. And this is something that I like the fact that they included when May says, I had a rough year, and she says, everyone's had a rough week. There's a sense of, yes, but like, I've had a rough year. It's like you're almost invalidating the statement by emphasizing everyone else, and that's not probably what she intends, but a lot of people do that without always meaning to. And I've noticed the older generation has a tendency to do something like that more often, but, you know, it is a common pattern that I've noticed with people from time to time where if somebody says they had a rough experience, you know, you can just say, like, yeah, that really has been a rough year or a rough experience for you. It doesn't always require that kind of shift. And, you know, sometimes I question, you know, maybe I even do it sometimes and I'm not always fully aware of it. It's just little patterns, though, that that I've picked up on, and especially with these two and seeing them interact, where there's that slight invalidation, whether it's intended or not. Are you going out today? Yeah. Can you please stay in town? Close. Yeah, Mom. I think they're getting some of the longest nights decorations out. Oh, wow. Calling for some snow, too. That went fast. What did? The fall. Always does, hon. Okay. Well, I'm off. Love you, sweetie. Love you too, Mom. Hey, Dad. No work today? I told Bob to shove it. Really? No. You okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. Not gonna sugarcoat it, I hate my job. Oh, Dad, why? I've mined, I've made glass, I've done a heap of other stuff, but this place, they just don't respect you for working. They don't. Job's supposed to pay you enough to live. Thank you. Say it with me, say it loud. A job is supposed to pay you enough to live. Job's supposed to let you provide for your family. Job's supposed to have regular hours. Boss is supposed to respect you. Worker's supposed to be able to talk. Worker's supposed to be able to have a life. Worker's supposed to be able to live. Your mom always had to work, but I wanted to give you and her your time. I wanted her to have hobbies, and enough time and money to do them. That's what made me happy. And now I just work so I can keep our health insurance. And hold on to the house, try to at least. Is there anything I can do? I mean, we do need a union. It's just easier to say it than get it done. Unions were always there in the mines and the factory. At least for a while. But here? I got something for you. Got it out of the basement. How'd you get into the basement? Door in the crawl space? That's spooky. So what I got is a tooth. Jaguar, a job is supposed to pay you enough to live and thrive. Yes. That's what we're saying. What? Do you know what this tooth is? No. Really. You sure? Yeah, Granddad must have had it from the old days. May, thank you. Wow, looks bright and new. Like they just pulled it out of his skull yesterday. You show that to your boss and tell him to eat shit. Remember, everyone, that unions were the compromise. Unions were the compromise to avoid that tooth. Sorry. I'll just keep it with me. Sure thing. May, yeah? You come down and pick it with us if we walk out. I will breathe fire, Dad. Love you, kitten. Be back later, Dad. Heck yeah. What are you doing out here, by the way? Getting an early start to our longest nights lights plan. Gotta dig them out of the closet, see if they'll even work still. Can I help put them up? We'll see. You're a small fry. Dad. Dum-de-dum-dum. Oh, it's snowing. Honestly, this game has hit on so many different things and has been so well done. Wonder if we'll ever be in a big booming town again. Those guys last night were like deluded. But it'd be really nice if there was a god, I might ask. But I think they'd have to fight the other gods that bled this place nearly to death. I'm like proud of us all. The gods of capitalism, you mean? The spell that's been cast on so many people to believe in this system? For having good-ass lives in a shitty, stupid, good-ass town. Here's to you, Possum Springs. Here's to survival. Ooh, do we get to see the stars one more time? Oh. Oh, okay. I should start doing my own laundry. Sometime. Probably a good idea, May. Hey, May. Hey, Mr. Chazakov. Got any more dusk stars we can look at? One more. Ah! Steering bright light. No, I want to try again. There it is. Found it. Let's consult the guide. Erskine the Firemaker. The Firemaker? A wanderer in the cold and the dark, making a fire and huddling up to it, for light and warmth. Sounds festive. Sounds like survival. This star makes me want to cry. Crying on my roof? Do you wish to talk about it? No, it's fine. Is it a happy cry or a sad cry? I don't know. I don't have great words for it. It is okay. Sometimes too many words. Yeah. Thank you for this. Thank you for joining me. So what now? Supermoon's coming. What is that? A giant moon. Ooh, that does sound super. You must come meet me when it happens. It'll be late at night. There will be others on their roofs. You come, I will make hot chocolate. What a time. That sounds great. I want to see a supermoon. Plan on it. See you later, Mr. Chazakov. See you soon, Stargazer. Aw. Hey, May. Sup, Selmers. You okay? After the whole, head injury thing? Yeah, I'm alright. Headache is all... I got some migraine meds if you need it. Nah, it's not a migraine. Those things make me have to pee. It's the caffeine. If you ever take pills that make you pee, it's the caffeine. I didn't know that. Used to work at the pharmacy. Alright. Well, if I ever have a headache or need to pee, I'll come by. Anytime, neighbor. Oh, no poem. Dang, I was looking forward to that. Snow coming. Gonna be bad this year. That very much does answer the question. The amount of rock salt isn't the problem. We don't have enough damn trucks for this thing. Cars slip sliding all down this goddamn hill, Colleen. Half tempted to just close the road when the storm hits. Oh yeah, good, let's just give up. It's not giving up, Colleen. I'm sick of you undermining me. It's a bad idea that's not undermining. It's undermining. I'm on Colleen's side on this one. Let's just great. That's just peachy pie, ain't it? Okay, fine, we'll just close all the roads. Let's close the whole damn town. Your ideas are always the most important and the most thought out. What the? We're gonna do another water balloon toss? I nearly froze to death last time. I still have the sniffles. I think we can agree it's too cold for water balloons. Yeah, Kathleen too cold for another stupid idea. Go to hell, Colleen. We could just hire some private plows. If you want to go against the DOT union, go right ahead. We got agreements with the county and state. Colleen's right on this too. If you two agree so much, why don't you just get married already? Ugh, I'd rather die. I'd rather break my own femurs with a cinder block. Alright, well that's settled. What are we going to do about the road? Break for food, great idea. I'm starving. See, we can still make decisions. Move out, troops. Let's head to the next area. When winter come and when water freeze, here the fish can be at ease. The tunnel's not flooded, ruin. It's a home, a place for doing. Sure, that works. Please go away. Aw. The musicians are down here playing. Hey, you guys. Yeah. Stay safe, alright? Wow, thanks, Mom. Are you our new mom? Apparently. Life, man, it goes. Slowly. Nah, dude. Nah. I wish those two playing the music would shut the F up. Appreciate the fact that they are giving you a live and free concert. Hey. Watch it. Who are you? Haven't you seen me around? Nah. Well, I've noticed you. That's not weird or anything. Bit cold for standing outside, isn't it? Someone's gotta stand here. Hey, you Smelters fan? Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. Go Smelters? Go Smelters. Go Smelters. Let's check on Greg, see how Greg's doing. Actually, we'll go to Greg last because we gotta set up band practice. I guess there's gonna be one last thing. So you're a taco dude now? I mean, I was hired to be a taco artisan, but I guess that means holding this sign out in the snow. It's not really snowing that hard. It's snowing. There's snow in the sky falling. How are the tacos here? Good, I like tacos. There is not one person on God's earth who doesn't love tacos. Bad news, my ex hates tacos. Good news, they're now your ex. Have fun with the tacos. It pays. Wow. Our very own taco place. This is the best thing that's happened to the town since... we got internet. We're still using Cyberfish until like 2 years ago. Because it's eternally 2 decades behind here. Takes you 3 days to torrent a movie. Takes you 1 day to load a GIF. Barbaric times. God, life moves on, huh? Oh my god, they deliver. I'm gonna eat the shit out of some tacos. Let's see how Angus is doing. Not at work. Almost like the store can't run without a worker. Well, fall sure is ending. Sure looks that way. I've never seen you around before. I spend a lot of time indoors, but it's nice to take a break, and I like the cold. It's brisk today. Brisk. Sometimes I stand in the cold with my arms out and let a gust of wind pass over me. Chills me out a bit. Like this? Yeah. Is it working? Yeah. It's cold. Maybe too cold. Yeah, you don't want to be doing it for too long, but then you can go and get a coffee or a hot chocolate or something. The endless cycle of life. It's cozy. The endless cycle of cozy life. Cozy cycle of life. Jeez. I hadn't thought about how cold it was getting out here until you mentioned it. It's snowing. I know. Sorry. You don't have to apologize. I'm from Canada. I have to apologize. To anybody who's Canadian, is this true? Do you have to apologize if you're from Canada? That a cultural custom? I'm gonna put my arms down now. That's probably a good idea. The blood all ran out of my arms. Okay, numb arms. Hey, it's you. Yep. For now, at least. You know, I never got your name. I'm the janitor. I clean up, do fix-its, whatever needs done. Oh, okay. So what's it been like being home again? Things like you remember 'em? Kinda. I don't know. I don't even remember today. Sounds like you've been through something. How'd you know? Call it experience. Duke says I'm sorry about that joke. That's really funny. I swear some mornings I feel every bit as old as these trees. You know, something big did happen, and I feel like I should have woken up today and, like, have learned something. But I don't know if I really learned anything. Well, in my experience, the big things don't teach you anything. But they make you something. Sometimes you gotta wait a while and see what come of it. Huh. Well, done an honest day's work. Quitting time. Smelters game tonight. See you around. Not if I see you first, Meg. Wait, how do you know my name? Janitor, Mr. Janitor, Lord Janitor, Bob Janitor. I thought I could get a job as a janitor and really enjoy it. That janitor got some wisdom. So I'm gonna split part-time. How do they not have the hours? It's a huge store. How do they not have hours? They got a computer program. It's all hooked up to some kind of mainframe or something. It spits out the optimum schedule for all the employees. Manager can't do much about it. Computer don't play favorites. Yeah, guess you can't argue with a computer. Did Nancy give you hell? Nah, she did laugh though. I laughed too. We still gonna do that movie tonight? Yeah, let's find a night we're all off. I'm off Tuesdays. I'm off Sundays. Thursday's my only night off. Oof. We can all put in requests? You know, that's also far too real and far too common. And the thing is, a lot of these jobs nowadays especially, they demand, like, you be available 24/7. It's like, oh, I'm out hanging out with my friends, you know, on my one day off, and the one day that we were mutually able to get off with each other. And now you're calling me back into work because someone else decided not to show up. And you're gonna blame me for that instead of accepting the fact that the manager mismanaged or the scheduler failed because it was trying to optimize it for maximum efficiency. Flexible hours is a complete lie. And as Jaguar said, yes, the mighty and computer algorithm. And as Perry said, the flexibility of, you know, hours. The fact is that whenever they talk about flexible hours, it's almost always a thing of how can we break your boundaries? If it was really about flexible hours, we'd be able to choose the hours that we were at the place. But we don't. We never choose that. It's chosen for us, and the schedule and the program does that. And Duke says the hours are always given last minute as well to maximize the incentive to stay available. You know, a lot of places actually have laws on the books that you're supposed to get your schedule like 2 weeks in advance for time, and that is completely legally ignored. He'll look a lot friendlier when he's covered in snow. It would have also been interesting if some of flexibility for the company, not the worker. It would have been interesting if some of the people in the town were missing after what just happened. Hey. Well, hey there, May. What are you doing? Oh, just cleaning up. How did the council vote go? We lost. I lost. It was just me pushing for it, really. We've got all this empty space, could use it for so many things. But you tried. All we can do, and God will show up when the time is right. Bruce was my friend. Mine too. Bruce was my friend too. You need some help cleaning this place up? That'd be nice, May. There's a rake back in a shed behind the church. Oh, I can't do it now, but run along, May. I wonder if we could go. Duke said, here they have that, and it's always exactly at the last possible moment when they post the schedule. In a lot of the places that I've been, the schedule will get posted. They'll be told, oh, you have to give the schedule 2 weeks in advance, but they'll often give it on the same week, or they won't give people a schedule and then tell them that they're penciling them in for hours. It's actually ridiculous. Okay, doggy. Let's see if our rat babies are doing rat baby things. What's gonna happen to all of this? I guess it's just gonna sit here till someone gets around to throwing it all out. I should, like, steal the good stuff. See what Mom and Dad think. I'm sure they'll love it. Redecorate the living room. That's funny, merchants. The dogs responded to the bark. You know, this game has really filled this time period very well. Just with it being autumn and going through Halloween and all of that, it was perfect timing with that. And everything leading into, I guess, where we're headed next in terms of games. Like, this has been perfectly timed and placed, I think, for a lot of the different topics that I've wanted to talk about and a lot of the different things that we've shared. And I'm really grateful that y'all took this experience and ride with me to play this game. It's one that I've heard about kind of behind the scenes for a while, but it's one I haven't really ever played. And just getting to experience this whole thing with you has been something that I don't quite have the words for at the moment. But it just has felt very appropriate, and the timing, again, has just felt very good and very right in terms of all of the different topics we've been talking about, whether it's all the political stuff and all of the commentary on unions, the Great Resignation, and all that, or whether it be the fact that it's just been the right timing for the right season with the right atmosphere. You okay? Hey, I heard you were, like, in the hospital or something. Yeah. What for? Fell into a ravine while running through the woods at night. Why? Chased by a death cult of conservative uncle. If somebody can do me the favor of screen capping this quote... Actually, you know what? I can do it on this end. I'm just going to... That has to be one of my favorite quotes from this game. I'm just saving the image. Give me 1 second. There we go. Screen captured. Saving. And okay, we can resume. Okay, it was pasted in general as well. Awesome. Everyone should share that one around. Alright, you don't have to tell me. I just did. So you're really okay? Yeah, just been a weird few days. Okay, I got worried. Oh, I'm super tough. Nothing's gonna get to me anytime soon. Oh, good. That's good. I want to get up to that cat again. Hold on. I can do this. There we go. Won't be able to climb this soon, once it gets icy. Enjoy it while the weather lasts, May. And Bay didn't open the old pickaxe. We did all this. We went to the church. Angus is not in. We can't go up to Greg's apartment. I think then we've done everything except go to band practice, but I'm just gonna double check super quick. Oh. Oh, hey, what are you doing here? I'm working, mate. Sure. What's wrong? Don't ask. A lot of weird calls this morning. What kind of calls? Question. You haven't seen... Never mind. Tell me who! Go do whatever it is you do. Okay, fine, I will. May? Spit it out already. Be careful. Just be careful. Well, geez, until now that never crossed my mind. May? Okay, fine, thanks, bye. So, it looks like, looks like a bunch of people in town did go missing. I kinda want to know exactly who the one that attacked us directly was. Just, I don't know, weird curiosity there. I don't know, the metaphor for all of that they were literally throwing people down a pit of sacrifice to appease the gods of capitalism, to etch out their existence. I'm kind of also thinking about how Demon Tower, that mini-game, plays into all of that, where you're playing as this cat climbing the tower and you have to find the code at the top to stop the bleeding from the top of the system and get rid of the vampire at the top. I feel like Demon Tower is kind of a metaphor for the actual enemy, right? Like, you got that whole game where you're climbing that tower, and the goal is to listen to all those other creatures, the little bird creatures, and to get the correct solution to stopping the bleeding coming from that giant cat thing that was like, that in May's dream was like God. And then at the end of that room, when you've stopped giving the vampire a source of blood, it can't heal itself anymore, and then you're able to slay the vampire who's literally stealing the blood of the tower. Like, there's something kind of symbolic there about the system in place. And I wonder if that was purposefully designed, or it's just something I'm reading into, kind of, with the dual metaphor. Well, look who's alive and well. Is that a surprise? Nah, just seems like relevant. Well, look who's alive and well, you too. Yeah, yeah. You want to get out of here? Do band practice? Yeah, let's do it. God, the stores just does not like to open. Better be worse in the summer. So did you get all the keys to the back door yet? Greg got one and we made copies. How did he even get a key? I have no idea. Where's Greg? Oh yeah, he had to spring Angus from work. What does that mean? Zero clue. Huh. I'm a little unclear about how both of them still have jobs, but since they seem to just up and leave work early a lot. There's a lot about those two I don't understand. I think they just plain need each other. Greg more than Angus, I think. I don't think Angus would agree. That's because it wouldn't occur to Angus to think otherwise, because Angus is an extremely nice person. Do you not think they'll last or something? I mean, they're high school sweethearts. Once they move and change and meet new people and become new people, I think Angus is going to find he's got more options. Angus thinks Greg, like, saved him. Listen, I'm not saying he didn't, if he thinks so. Angus might also just be attracted to really sincere guys in leather jackets, who carry knives. I mean, if I met the right guy, those would all be pluses. Geez, you've thought this out. Before you came back, they were the only people I hung out with most of the time. I've had a lot of time to study. So, like, how are you? I don't even know. I'm still processing. I'm here, though. Yeah. You? Not great. Had a dream the world was ending. Might be. Do you think we're safe? No idea. Great feeling. Yep. So, like, I'm a little confused about what even happened last night. Well, there's apparently a death cult of dads. Or was. Who knows if that was all of them. I can't believe they even exist or existed. Probably take them a few days to die. Yep. I don't know, I kind of understand them in a weird way. Really. It's like a porch light that's on, and there's all these bugs around it, and then the light goes out, and there's a hole where the light was. It's like what happened to me way back. Like I was telling you about on the couch last night. Holy crap, that was last night. Seems like 2 lifetimes ago. Yeah. The world is extremely bad. I want to just say that the thing with Angus and Greg that Bay pointed out here is something that I feel like I was kind of trying to hint at, and I'm not pretending like I understand Greg's characterization completely, or saying that he's completely bad, because clearly, like, he joined his friend and he was willing to, you know, take a crossbow out and like help his friend survive a death cult chasing her. He's not like completely bad or anything, but I think some of his behavior is kind of on the abusive end, and I kind of do think that Angus, having grown up in that, looked to someone who treated him with some dignity and respect and kind of is settling on that regard. I don't know if you all got that vibe as well, but that's kind of how I've interpreted the characters. So I'm with Bay on that there's a little bit of a little bit of Angus can do better kind of thing, at the very least. The world is extremely bad. Yeah, yeah, it is. A failed state. One could say that. Duke says, is the world ending or are we safe? Good questions. Getting pretty close. Weird question. How do you, like, get up every day and go to open the store and keep doing it? I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm gonna throw this one to you all because I sympathize with both of these answers for two very different reasons. Does Bay have an alternate choice besides just going to work every day? I mean, you definitely do. And the other wording was, I guess not. And I will throw that out to you all, and then I'm going to take a super quick break before we wrap things up today, because I didn't take a break earlier, because I got really invested in this game. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Let's see what you all picked. There we go. Y'all picked, I mean you definitely do. So, before I make that choice, I very quickly want to explain why I say that. I sympathize with both of these choices and why I threw it out to you all. The I guess not is coming from that place of survival. Um, Bay is in a place that I think a lot of us have very strongly um, been in within some point in our lives where you have to work to survive. If you're not doing that, then you're not paying the bills. And if the bills aren't getting paid, then you could lose your home, you could lose everything. The system literally creates and incentivizes it in such a way that if you don't work for someone for your survival, you're not going to get food, you're not going to get rent, you're not going to get medicine. And even if um, it's imperfect, it's still a safety net of sorts. And so the mind trap is it's not. Whereas the choice that you all picked is the one that I was leaning towards, which is you could unionize, you could find people, your community can do something different. And it's kind of that duality that I think, as someone who identifies with anarchism, you could definitely do something about it. But the system is rigged in such a way that it doesn't always feel like you have a choice or the ability to do so, especially if you're by yourself. Um, and there's that realistic thing of theory and praxis meeting each other that I think often doesn't get enough attention in certain spaces. And this choice to me is very much a representation of the types of positions that people often find themselves in when they're trying to survive. But I will pick what y'all picked. I mean, you definitely do. You don't give yourself enough credit. You keep all this running because you care. I guess. Caring doesn't always seem to be voluntary. Caring can be really terrifying. I feel like it's always there, right out of sight, following me. I can't not give a shit. I mean, I do the store, and our bills at home, this stuff with the Chamber of Commerce. I'm doing free study courses online, and I'm a member of the Young Socialists. Heck yeah. I sleep a lot and sometimes eat pizza. To each according to their ability. Well, on the bright side, you got me, May. Yeah. We can fix the world together. Yep, fix it right up. We fixed that furnace. I fixed that furnace. Well, I fixed us getting trapped in the basement. You sure did, May. You sure did. I guess last night wasn't so weird. It was pretty weird. Old men killing the youngs and the poors to get back some past that barely existed. Same old, same old. They're like ghosts in some old mansion, killing the new owners. Makes you want to either give up or try harder. Or get really upset and take a nap. Yeah, naps fix everything. Or, like, drop an elevator on them. That works too, I guess. So, have you had any new rat problems at the shop? Yeah, how did you know? I heard there were some rats around town. Makes me happy for some reason. Well, there's no such thing as a small rat problem. There's just gonna be more of them. Hope springs, rats multiply. Cute. We literally sell rat poison. They're going down. We'll see. Hey, speaking of nothing. How good is your car? Good how? Like, can it drive really far? Mate, do you know anything about... What? We should, like, do a road trip. To where? Out west. It gets all flat. It does get flat out west. Funny thing is, I'll tell you a story. There was one year, I had done a road trip and I had traveled from the eastern part of the United States out to the western part of the United States, from where I was then to, you know, traveling out to the western part. And the thing is when you hit a certain point, all of the hills stop and it just turns into this very flat land. And the thing that struck me very, very strangely about that particular trip was how little prairie land is left, where there's a point where you end up hitting where everything just turns into farms. And there's no prairie left. And that was one of the things that really struck me about that trip more than anything else. how transformed the land is and how it's been reshaped and how entire ecosystems have been affected. It's something that very much influenced how I view the environment and climate. And since that got brought up, I kind of just thought it'd be interesting to share it with you all. But yeah, it literally does just flatten out as you travel across the land. We can go where it's really flat. And you can see like the world's largest pierogi. And they sell barbecue. I think barbecue is south. It is. Not all of it. It's everywhere, baby Q. It's all different kinds, dry, wet, ultra. I could. Okay, let's talk about it next year. I'll start planning it now. I thought you couldn't leave home because of your issue. You're home enough. I mean, if we're trapped here together, we might as well be trapped out there together. I mean, if we're not dead by then. You have a way of making Doom sound like a lot of fun, Mayday. And that's... I love the fact that she just called her Mayday. That's actually kind of a gift. Mayday, the real Labor Day. God damn this door. I think God already has. There they are. Hey guys. Sup, nerds? How'd you get Angus out of work? I made up a family emergency. My uncle got run over by a tractor. Wow. I mean, he did in real life too, but that was years ago. Hey Greg, so... I didn't really know Casey? Yeah. I just wanted to say I'm really sorry. Yeah, thanks. Casey was a good one. Casey was good. Should we, like, tell his parents? Probably? What do we tell them? I don't know. Can we, like, make up something that sounds real? Oh, what? The truth isn't real enough? No, you're right. The truth is insane. So, like, what do we do? About Casey? No, like, in general. Can we think about this tomorrow? Can we just play a song and get pizza? I don't think a song and pizza is an answer, really. Can we just be normal for, like, one day? I don't know how today can possibly feel normal. When I was down there last night, I, like, made the decision not to die. Or at least not to die without a fight, and the thing down there told me nothing would save me forever. Wait, it was, like, talking to you? It's been talking to me for a long time. I just didn't know what it was. But anyway, like, nothing is gonna save us forever. But a lot of things can save us today. That's really pretty, May. Thanks, I totally made it up. Like, right on the spot last night. I said it before, you're good with Doom. Doom, doom, doom. So, anyway, song and pizza? We earned it by still being alive for another day. That's a decent reason. Decent. 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 That was something. Yeah, Jaguar, I'm completely with you there. That was an experience. Duke says, is end. Yeah, we are at the end of the game. What I will say is that there are two other, I guess, components of the production of this game. Il, thank you so much for the dono and for the clapping what appears to be a hippo saying GG. Genuinely appreciated it, as always, and I thank you all so much for the donations. It always does help. Jaguar says the whole game has been really cool and the combos that came from it were really nice. Yeah, I completely agree. Oh, it's Shirkle. It's Shirkle. No Shirkle. Rest in peace, Casey. I'm curious, on some level, what happens if you were to befriend Greg. I don't think I'm going to do that, because I didn't particularly enjoy Greg's company. But, you know, I'm glad that it turned out for what it is. Now, this game does have two other modes that I think I'd consider showing off, which is Longest Night and Lost Constellation. Not today, but I wanted to kind of gauge with you all if you'd want to check out these modes. They're about, Longest Night, from what I've heard, is about 10 to 15 minutes, and Constellation is about an hour long. And I was thinking that we could do that before going into the next game, next stream. But I was just going to throw it out to you all. Shirkle did do it. I don't trust Shirkle. Shirkle's responsible for it all. So I'm going to just, like, throw out the poll. Would you want to watch Longest Night and Lost Constellation next week? I'll just throw that poll up to you all. If we do, I can kind of maneuver it around with some ideas, but again, to the Discord community, if you have any games that you would like to see played, I'd definitely be down for any suggestions for what to go to next, either next week or the week after, depending on what we do. So looks like I'm seeing 100% yes so far. If we do end up doing this, we'll spend about an hour and a half or so probably playing the last two modes next week, followed by popping into Stack Soul and doing all of the portal stuff. And yeah, we'll move on to another game from there. Let me just see how you... We have 2 votes in the thing. Leaning towards yes. I'll give the vote another minute or two. But yeah, that was an experience. And I'm really glad I got to go on that journey with you all. That felt like something that a group of people should really experience together. It didn't feel right for that to be just a solo experience to me, at least. And again, like I was saying before, it just felt like all of the timing with everything that's going on in terms of labor, the pandemic, in terms of the channel, in terms of the timing of the year, it all meshed together very nicely into what I think was a really positive and wonderful experience. And I think on some level, there's something metaphorical about burying that aspect of our past and trying to look towards a different future. So yeah. Let me wrap up, I guess, the vote, because I don't know if anybody else is voting for it. It's been a couple of minutes. Let's see where we're at. Looks like we've got a yes, but I just want to see it. Looks like a yes. Okay, so then I think that's a good plan. Next week we will do Longest Night and Lost Constellation, and then we'll move on from there. So we can get a little bit more out of this game and the experience. These two don't necessarily follow May. I think Lost Constellation actually deals with one of the figures in the constellations that we've seen throughout the game, which hopefully should be something kind of amazing. So let's see what we get with that. But I want to thank you all again for coming out and, like I said, sharing this all with me. I'm kind of at a loss for words, and I'm kind of in a pretty emotional place from playing this. And I'm kind of just really excited that it got to be something that we shared together. But yeah, I think this would be a good place to wrap up. So, you know, if you're still hanging around and you're still available, please do consider commenting, and subscribing and all the YouTube algorithm stuff. That would be greatly appreciated. In addition, if you can in any way, shape, or form, consider following the Discord if you haven't already. We tend to have a lot of great conversations there, like the one you saw on stream. And we've got a great community, and if you want to vote on the next game, now's a great time to come into the community and input what we're going to do next. Further, if you are in a place financially to do so, and only if you're in a place financially to do so, please do consider giving a donation, either a single donation or a Patreon donation. Those links are as well in the description down below. With that said, my name is Anarchist Terra. I thank you so much for joining me on this adventure and for just experiencing this with me and always doing this. Duke, I am glad to share this with you as well, and I hope everybody has a lovely evening and a chill experience.